Hey everybody, hope you're well. Here we are. It's a beautiful day here in Portland, and they've got the table out. Isn't that nice? Well, all right, that shouldn't last long. Looks like they're ministering to the folks around here. All right, I don't think very well. So I think I've generally got the light here. Yeah. All right, y'all. Yeah, they have the table out, but no information. Yeah, no information. Are you your own biggest obstacle? Well, I don't know. Not unless you're wrapped up in Scientology. I think they're probably your biggest obstacle. So, oh, yeah, no kidding. For the rest of your life. Oh, the people of Portland know.
Oh, God damn, what's his name? Joe Rogan did with that one chick that used to be a Scientologist.
Leah Remini. Yeah, that one was pretty eye-opening, for sure. Indeed.
Anyway, give them absolute fucking hell.
Well, I'll give them a piece of my mind. All right. Well, I hope I'm heard. Not sure. Tap the mic a couple times. Hopefully, that's indicative of things. But we're out here. It's graduation Friday, right? You know, they've moved people through the courses. They've done some coursework. Good day. Oh, so some people have taken notice over here, and you know, Mike sounds good. Thank you very much, Kyle. Okay, hello, Anne. Hello, Haggis Basher. Laura, great to see you. You've been doing some excellent communication out there, it seems, in front of folk, getting your concerns forwarded. I look forward to hopefully a day of togetherness in Los Angeles on LRH Way. Historic protest upcoming, and I'm out here on the street. I'm inspired. I'm freaking inspired to be out here in advance of these other protests, for sure. And you know, any of us that are somewhat experienced, to garner some interest. So I'm sure all of you know. I'm sure all y'all know that you know, there's this big historic protest that Audit LA had. Oh, there go the blinds, blind tech. All right. See, you know, they're a cult that's meant to take over the world, and they can't really deal with information or science. I thought information was the universal solvent, though. It's not? No? Okay. Well, I was pretty sure that's what they said. So, anyway, historic protests coming up here in Los Angeles on Father's Day, the 15th, I believe, from, what is it? Is it 11 to 10? Or it's very long. It's like 11 hours or something. But yeah, definitely connect with the people in LA, connect with Audit, see what you can do, check in with Laura. It's going to be a time, you know. Like, we all used to be kind of together out here on the street having a wonderful time. Like, you know, there were differences. Those things got worse. This is an opportunity to, like, you know, show ourselves and Scientology what we're made of, and that we can do this together without infighting. Wonderful peace and tranquility, resisting Scientology in their home base of LRH Way in Los Angeles. So everybody get there. Everybody get there. Hi! Bye! Okay, there goes the shades. Hi, Doctor Who, Heather. Great to see you in. Thank you, thank you. Work lurking. Yes, I'd say that's great. So I got a little sign. I got some signs, and I'm hanging out. Signs and hanging out. Guys, this doesn't look really brave, okay? I thought LRH was a brave explorer on ships and stuff. And he's like in space right now. Like, you guys need shades to protect yourself from information? Okay. Well, it doesn't seem like maybe your cult's all that it's cracked up to be. Okay, well, so some wonderful art here that I'm displaying as well. It's kind of windy, so it's going to be a time, but it's to kind of confront and shatter, um, using their terminology, their silly little sign that they always have out here. Hi, are you your own biggest obstacle over there? You know, we can help you with that. Don't be obstacles to yourself. So she was there for LRH's birthday. I see many of the regular folk, you know. I'm just saying hello. I'm just trying to say hello here, okay? So, because, I mean, it seems that Scientology might have something to offer, right? I mean, they think so. You know, they've got all these wonderful designs. Okay, I'm going to change the camera a little bit here. Having fun with y'all. These are not the obstacles you're looking for. That's right, Krista. How many clears do you know? Are they still? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got that. That's in there, Haggis. That's part of the arsenal. What are your gains? What are you getting out of your classes? Where are the superpowers? How much money have you spent? Can you get any of it back? Yeah, all that jazz. It seems like I left all my drinks in the car. Oh no. Well, I may have to go back at some point because I'm going to talk. I'm going to get parched. And that's going to be what it is. So, I mean, you know, I'm kind of, okay, so there's an individual who's pulling away with the Scientology, one of these chromey insignias on the car, right? And, you know, he's got a bike rack. I could have turned it around. It seems like maybe he serves the country. He's got a badge. He just ran a red light. I should have filmed that. This guy just slow rolled through this this red light over here. Yeah, there was a red over there. He went through. So hey everybody, y'all that are here, hi, how's it going? Hope you're well. Yes, here showing some presents. They have graduations every Friday, so yeah, the people that have made it through their BS coursework, they try to give them a certificate and big up them. And we're here to say, like, what gains did you get? Did you get the superpowers they promised you? You know, because they say that if you go through this coursework, if you reach OT levels, you won't be forgetting things ever. You'll be like a human computer. Your eyesight will never go bad. All of these things. And there are OT8s that are like 70 years old that are very crumpled, frail people. And they try to hide those individuals because it doesn't look good for the, you know, reputation of the firm. Hell, I think that's, yeah, go back to like the first wish that you had is probably the purest. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yes, indeed. Absolutely. I want the ability to call upon Cat Stevens to like be the soundtrack of my life. Just like Harold and Maude. Okay, I think yes. Excellent. Oh no. Oh wait, you're heading off then. Spain. Brilliant. Yeah, no, brilliant. I mean, Europe has a lot to offer. Maybe 240 things that we put in the food that they don't allow and the like. Right. Brilliant. I love the idea. It seems like I may have left some stuff. So I'm going to go back to the car and see about my gear. Because this kid is an idiot sometimes. So I definitely don't have my drink. And I think I left something else. And I think I may have lost it. So that's what happens when you're scatterbrained and you haven't been on the street in a long time and you're ill prepared. Get my sea legs back under me. You know, sea legs. So, wow. Well, lucky enough my gear's still here. All right. The angels are watching over me today, so, all right. Or maybe a witch chair. Oh yeah, it must have fallen out of the bag. Okay. 1 second, y'all. Being weird. Per usual. Really, it's one of my most fearful things is that I don't have a full brain because I'm thinking a million thoughts coming out here and I can forget something. So for me, and I think for a lot of people that have seen bad days on the street in front of Scientology centers with the cops and the like, many of us have like a physical, visceral reaction, right, to being in the presence of the place and the scenario in which we were put in fair danger. So recognizing that I don't have all of my faculties and that it's going to be a bit of a ramp up is how I try to do it honestly. But everybody, if you're around up in here, if you're not already subbed, give me a sub. Having trouble with subs. Been having trouble with subs since I started launching missives at Aaron Smith Levin. And, you know, it's not a popular thing. But he was hurting my friends, and I thought I'd say something about it. But seemingly that's a crime around here. So I've paid my penance, and I'll pay it again. I'll be put in timeout in the naughty chair. I don't care. But I did have to cry about it a little bit after a time. I'm a sensitive person. All right, we're back. Yes, free personality test because we want to see if you have one. And if you do, we'll try to eradicate it. What kind of personality do we have to eradicate? And turned into the cult mentality. Let's find your ruin. So I want to say thank you to all of the Portland crew for holding it down here as long as they have and doing what they do. Definitely showing how it's done in this town and showing me what to do. What's up? Oh, wow. Okay. So, hey, Pearl. Good to see you. Everybody, give Pearl a love. One of the best of us, absolutely. I mean, let's take a moment. How many unique terms that are still used commonly all over this movement can be directly attributed to the one and only Pearl Snappy? I mean, how many really? So, yeah, if you don't know, F. Sciento is probably the biggest one. We were also freaking amazed at the happenstance that happened around the Ideal Org opening a few different ways to show exactly how kind of out of sorts the goings on, especially with the maintenance crew of that building, really were. Yes, that dozens. That's right. That's right. Indeed, indeed. You know, that became a controversial term, right? Didn't it? And yeah, I'm not sure. I think, have we seen, after all, that coddling and making nice with these people in efforts to try to convince them to leave is not the only mode of being, and that it is one mode of being, but it kind of does nothing to indicate the seriousness of what's going on here, of the lives that have been destroyed and are currently being destroyed. And the fact that Scientology stands as a direct affront to logic and reason and kindness and anything that's going to keep the species alive. To me, they represent everything that's going to destroy the human race. And if we can't combat these kinds of ideas, then we don't have a whole hell of a lot of a chance to do the other things that are much more obvious, that are much larger, that have much more dramatic effect. But this one is just such an outlier in its criminality and lack of benefit, I would say. So, yes, sideways with, here we go. Yeah, dead agenting as F, no need to talk about, yeah. Well, no, I mean, every single person in here is a victim. Anybody that's come in contact with Scientology becomes victimized by them. Protesters alike. Everybody gets touched in a negative way, and you leave a mark that will last the rest of your life. They're all victims. Everybody in here is a victim of mind control. But they are also currently working, especially the adults, they are presently working to commit crimes, to harm protected classes, to deny the existence of LGBTQ, to deny people access to healthcare. Excuse me, sir? No, they do not. They are a tax-exempt organization since 1993. They are recognized by the United States federal government as a religion and thus tax-exempt, right? But tax-exempt organizations, they need to prove that they're providing a benefit to the community to get that tax exemption. So you have to provide services to the public or religious services. Scientology does very little of either, right? So they park all that money in buildings like this that there's barely anybody in this building, right? This thing's huge, right? Well maintained. There's maybe 15 people in there, okay? So and leave it vacant, right? And they can say that they're improving Scientology in the region by parking all their money into property. And so they use these buildings as a tax dodge. That's why we're here. Thank you for your time and attention. Yes. Correct. And that's the way they have it in major cities all over the country. Correct. Well, so some of this is being developed. I think there's been like an economic downturn a little bit, and so there's a flip in a lot of the commercial real estate here, and they're trying to pivot. But yeah, I mean, the idea is that they're providing continual services and improving anything. They're doing none of that. They're just parking their money in a building. Well, that's the other thing. They'll rope you in with the books and and like gambling and like online currencies, they make all their money on the super addicts, right? The people that will spend all of their lives and their whole family's life savings into it. And to get to the upper levels, like it's going to cost you, like to get to OT8, which is the highest level in Scientology, costs you over $1 million. And it'll take most of your life to do it too. Well, right. Well, that's 3. That's OT level 3. Correct. Yeah, that's right. 76 million years ago. You got that right, exactly. He was heard to say this in front of his first wife and a group of science fiction writers called the Trapdoor Spiders that it was a club of science fiction writers. Isaac Asimov was a part of the club, and the magician James Randi. James Randi tells the story of Elrond coming around. They didn't like him, and he said this about religion to them. Yeah. James Randi is the amazing Randi. Check this dude out. He's a really good skeptic. Yeah. Good day. Thank you for your time and attention. All right, y'all. So yeah, good conversation with the public. They're interested. They're generally interested. I have to say, thanks so much for this sign. It definitely works. It's so old school, original, back in the day styles. So no wonder yeah, let's see. What am I fixing to? Yeah, you guys are in a deep conversation, and I like it. Yeah, this guy's fixing to get all the info. Okay, now I get it. Sweet. So, I don't know. They didn't look too terribly perturbed. There was a couple people out here out front that are kind of like, they saw me, and they pulled the shades, and they kind of pointed, but obviously this is not staffed like the Austin org. They're not doing even the business that the Austin org was doing, which was, I mean, to a snail's pace. I don't see how you keep the lights on with this amount of business. And I mean, it's Friday, the shift change is gonna come up, and we're gonna have the graduation people coming through. Christy, no, it's 2, actually, yeah. Which is unfortunate, I have to say. You know, I guess I kind of got into that a little bit. I think a lot of us have been really gun shy and are really demoralized at the nature of things, how things have been progressing around the place. Like, you feel put upon, you feel judged for going out there and risking your butt for a good cause. You don't feel safe. And with all of the like negativity flying all over the place, it doesn't seem worth it, right? Like, your efforts are going to go into kind of like a word salad of misgivings of other people who will chop it up and use it for nothing. So, but that's kind of just more getting into my own feelings and fear and everything. And so, I don't know, I just felt the spirit, you know, not in a spiritual way. I just felt inspired, and got my butt out here finally. So this is day 2, a lot more this summer though. Because like, this is easy, you know, I just needed to pop the bubble, and you know, I came under some pretty concentrated and multi-pronged attack online as I came to Portland, and it kind of blew me apart emotionally a little bit. I didn't really recover. I still haven't really recovered putting it together. And if I don't feel like I can have my head about me on the street out here, then I'm not going to do it. So I felt good today. I felt good the day before to be able to schedule it, and did that. And I'm out here. And I think that's what it is. I don't know. I've tried to have forgiveness for anybody that needed to take a break ever. I never really understood you need to be out on the street, and you need to, like, whatever you contributed before, like, you need to be out on the street regularly to be counted a part of this thing. And I just, you need to let people rest, you know. And I knew in, like, you know, the nonprofit world, people would go away for like a little while, sabbatical or whatnot, and need to recharge to be able to come back and look at all the worst stuff in the world again and fight it. So yeah. Oh, okay. So the mic has gotten screwed up. Is it still? Is it still messed up? Oh, Marina, I'm doing all right. Hanging in there. Better now? Cool. Yeah, I was like the keys over it. I guess I was scratching it. I'm glad it's better now. Okay. Well, the Iron Cheek. Good to see you. Good to see you. Right on. Yeah, we're out here. It's graduation day. It's a beautiful day. They've got their silly Dianetics table out without a single book on it, right? So I'm not sure what they're doing with that. We're waving the signs. We got the banners. How are you going to clear the planet if you can't shatter this oppression, right? The wonderful work that we all came to love. Kyle Vanderwalker, good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. We'll just be hanging out here, trying to talk to folk. You see there's a lot of military personnel. There's a boat docked on the river for some reason. It's there. The sad diuretic table, that's right. Diuretics. Yeah, that was one of the other wonderful posters. The poop emoji with instead of Dianetics, diuretics. So I mean, they're diligently going about their business. I'm sure they'll be checking people in. I really haven't seen anybody show up for graduation, though. Good day. I haven't seen anybody come in. No, that's not true. That one couple came in. But this is it for Portland, right? This is, or Oregon. I mean, they've got their other little missions and whatnot, but this is like the bee's knees. It's meant to be happening. It's graduation day. There's meant to be, a shift change here in a second, and there's 3 people here. So, I mean, might have a better time in front of the information center. I mean, they're still trying to do something, even when they were hiding, trying to do something. Like, it seemed to me, there was reports that there was nothing going on over there and stuff had cooled down. And when that report went out, was like a week before I showed up in LA for the first time, and I wanted to make sure that was in fact going on. And I found people in there at night, being at least interviewed, right, if not audited. And I think everybody that went down there during that time, Dan Walks kept that going through, May and June and July, and would show up every once in a while and show them still doing stuff. And now, seemingly, the folk are getting a fairly good bang out of protesting in front of the information center again. It's hip again. I'm glad it is, because it's a good place to meet people. The conversations in front of the information center with the people in Los Angeles and tourists, I think those are really worthwhile. I've had some really in-depth ones with those folk. One of the first nights I was out in front of the information center, we got swatted with 2 tourists who got put up against the wall and cuffed, right? So, yeah, there was always something hot going on there. And they were always willing to try to do things that were a little bit extra to protect it. So thanks for the bracelet. It's a really awesome bracelet. I dig it. Pearl Snappy got her bracelet. Let's see, the protesters are the touristic attraction now. Well, yeah, let's go a little bit. I mean, they have been for a second, and that's one of the good things Streets did. He understands how to grab public attention and develop that with the first round of protesters, and that got a lot of our interest. The second wave of people that came in behind that. And at that point, right, when it was a dozen people or so outside of the information center, kind of on the reg, that was already a tourist attraction. And so, yeah, now it's that has been instituted for a year or more now. Yeah, no, absolutely in a good way. Absolutely. No, I'm, I don't agree with, a whole lot of streets, and I don't have to. But like, hell yeah, that's effective. And a lot of, like, there's a fair amount of what the dude does is terribly effective. So, but there's a whole lot of statements that the dude makes that are problematic and I think self-serving, uh, more than they're anything else. So that's true of a lot of people. That's true of me. So, see, the most we ever had the day Selfless came out and Jefferson stopped by. Jefferson stopped by. Hmm. I'm not sure. I'm not sure when that was. Um, Jefferson? Like, explain yourself. Everyday Affa, or like, I don't quite get it. Oh, Jeff Hawkins. You got that right. Yeah. That's right. No, that was the one day. That was the one day, and then I went back into my cave and, tried to put myself together a little bit more so that I could be out here and, not feel too terrible. So yeah, absolutely. Right when I got into town, and it was lovely to speak to him. He's got a really good perspective. It seemed like our conversation was really easy, and yeah, I mean, him and a group of people are ministering to a bunch of folk who are in a recovery from this. So really good work, really good work. Oh well, yeah, I think I'm saying that. Well, stats were in yesterday, and I wasn't here. I was halfway out the door in mind and spirit to be able to talk to them about the stats, but yeah, I think I can make a fair guess here that from what I see, from nobody going into that door, from this guy seemingly just staring at a screen, I don't think he's answered the phone one time. Does not seem like they're doing any business. So, yeah, I think their stats are down and horizontal for the week. Good day. Hope you're well. Right on. Yeah, that's what I think. Nina Flowers. Yeah, Mima Flowers. I agree. I wish there was more support for well, around here, I think. Sir, you're going into a child trafficking cult. Um, no kids in Scientology, please. I guess he doesn't know. He looked kind of angry about it. Um, but yeah, okay, so I grew up in the town where the archdiocese that was kind of the focus of the spotlight story in Boston um, was centered, and spent a lot of my life in that area. And a lot of my friends went to Catholic school, and I knew a lot of people that were Catholic, a lot of tradespeople that I worked with. And in Boston, like, at least two generations of people are absolutely shocked, hurt to the bone, had their faith ripped out of their heart and their brain, and angry, are angry at it. And those victims, they got some recompense, but not all of them, and people won't talk about it. They're afraid. They're afraid of, the people calling you a religious bigot, people saying, oh, what, it's not polite to go after people's closely held religious beliefs. And I would counter, no, when they're being injured en masse and systematically and directed by, say, a guy. I mean, during the spotlight, Cardinal Ratzinger was directing the movement of these priests, and then he became Pope. So there are organizations that do this kind of work. The Freedom from Religion Foundation is just an all-purpose general. You've been injured by any like religion or predatory cult, you can get help from them. And there are a couple type organizations like that in the United States. There are a bunch of atheist groups that will, like the American Atheist Association, that also do this work and try to place people who have been victims of any religion or any cult into recovery and services. So check those out. I find it unfortunate. Good day. It's pointing this way. Good deal. I find it unfortunate that more people in our community haven't linked arms. And I've been saying it kind of since I hit the street because I've known these organizations. I'm a fan. I'm in these communities. That the foundations or anybody that's doing any organized work should link arms with Freedom from Religion Foundation and a bunch of other ones who are really doing the freaking work. So yeah. Kay Taylor, thank you so much. That's very generous, Kay Taylor. You very, very rock. Thank you. Making the mayor go. That's very generous. And you're always very generous. And the other thing is you seem pretty ever present. So yeah, those that stay on, especially with, the protesters, keeping people out here on the street and having these conversations and showing the presence, letting people know, letting Scientology know that the critics are still here and we're not afraid of them. And I mean, we mean them no harm besides like maybe doing disservices to their ideas. They're badly held, illogical, and really not very well defended ideas. It would be interesting if any Scientologist would have the gall to come out here and engage in some kind of discourse or debate. I don't think I've said anything untoward. I don't think that I haven't said any swears to these people. I haven't yelled or anything. But yeah, I would like to go in on the ideas if they care to defend these things that they've dedicated their entire lives to. So thanks, Kay Taylor. Yeah, Freedom from Religion, and there's a bunch of other ones. So like, you check out the different atheist associations because it's not in this country. It's not easy to be an atheist. It's hard in a lot of corporations to let anybody know that you are because you know that you're not going to get advanced. You're not going to get the promotion. You're going to be the person that's all of a sudden low end on the totem pole and out of here because you don't mesh culturally with the rest of us church-going folk. And maybe you're not moral anymore, something like that. Yeah. They used to be brave. They used to come out and talk to the Mark Bunkers of the world, and they used to try to engage. They would come up right to your face and harass you 3 at a time, and maybe enough lawsuits, because they might go to court, but Scientology doesn't win. So yeah, maybe it became too expensive to do the full court press with the protesters on the street. And by the time Anonymous rolled around, it was very bad. It was a very bad look. It was a very bad look. So they went tuck tail and, they would kind of acutely attack the Bunkers and Louis Theroux. And I mean, when Marty was out, they attacked the heck out of him. I remember being clued into that as it was happening. I was definitely paying attention to the Scientology thing at that time. I wasn't out on the street, but yeah, that was dramatic. Good one, Pearl. Yeah, Amy M. Indeed. So, yeah. Well, I think piece at a time, people have been taken in by the different fashions of YouTube and the different things that are incentivized by YouTube, and have been worked like a marionette. Saying, no, this is the best thing. I'm gonna, this, that, or the other thing, and all the while sullying the message for their own small-time self-interest. So, for clicks and likes and money. So, the worst of this stuff has been for clicks and likes and money, the different aggregators of, the protest stuff who don't actually believe in us at all, clicks and likes and money. And it's a part of streaming that, it scares the heck out of me because, I recognize it gets on all of us. These incentives are out there, and if it's real money in your pocket, it's gonna modify your behavior in some way. And to be honest about it, you may have to do some self-reflection and try to cut this stuff off of yourself if you can, if you see it. So, because I've definitely been subject to this. I feel like I've been emotionally wrangled more than that, but where I'll be provoked by somebody's exaggerated statements about myself or somebody else, and I'll go right to the internet. And I haven't done that in months, but in the lead up to the move here to Portland, I was doing that kind of every once in a while, and it didn't feel good. I wasn't feeling good, and that was part of it, I think. Because this stuff doesn't touch when I'm not. Yeah, what's up? What's up, y'all? Oregon Valley girl, welcome in. Rika's up in here. I didn't see that. Oh, my sign just blew away. Hold on. It's kind of a windy day here in front of the org. Thanks, y'all. Yeah, the term, yes, is used by sociologists. Yeah, the renunciation. Exactly. Yeah, an apostate. So in some religions, that's the worst thing that you can be called. It's the most dangerous thing that you can be is an apostate. So yeah, apostasy. I mean, it would be wonderful to see some of these true believers and lifers turn apostate, because they have the institutional knowledge, and honestly, the lifers here can do the most damage. And maybe that's why they're chained down so much by their family and everything and their livelihood, and because they know that they're dangerous. Again, I might not agree with everything Tori says, but the institutional knowledge that she contains, I think, is invaluable to our efforts. And I suggested to her, and I suggested online, anybody that can get her a ghostwriter to write her stories should probably do it before she's no longer with us. Yeah, I was in Zoom with Catholic survivors, and many still went to church. Yeah. No, I mean, and that's it's the same thing in recovering from addiction, right? Relapse is part of it. And, living longer with some reduced methadone clinic version of the thing is part of it. And so if they're not believing in the saints anymore, and the inerrancy of the verse and of the papacy, so people who still believe that are at one level, and then the people that have lost all of that, and just the community and the music and the feeling, that's another level. And then people who actually leave. But I mean, I know women who have been through seminary, one of them through Harvard Seminary, in the wishes that one day that the Catholic Church will get it together and allow female persons to give the sacraments. And to this date, not yet. And this person I know would probably minister to people far better than many that are standing in the pulpit now. But the Catholic Church can't get around themselves to actually use the human resources that are right around them. They're all around them. Yeah, fear of hell, if you still believe in all of that stuff. And people do. People that have renounced their faith, people that have moved on, supposedly, they still talk about catching themselves, still believing in, oh, if I do that, but I'll go to hell. And they know that they don't believe it, but it's still programmed in. So, all right, y'all. So, let's see about a chalk. Yeah. Yeah, so there's been some talk. I understand that there's an individual out there who's putting forward the idea that, child auditing is okay. I would, it's not injurious to the children or anything, I would say. Ask any psychologist about exposure to high control group information in developmental stages, and that will do permanent damage to people, right? And that auditing specifically is kind of one of the higher level outcroppings of something like that. Okay. So, yeah. Because they can't consent, y'all. All right. Ooh. Nice emoji. Nice emoji there, Heather. Wicked. Hey, how's it going? We're out here protesting Scientology.
Oh yeah, fuck
Yeah.
that. Fuck those guys, dude.
Yeah, that's right.
You guys suck.
Indeed, they're right here, and they're still working kids through their programs. They're they're still enslaving people into their stuff. This poor individual here probably works 70 to 100 hours a week for
Right.
$47 a week.
Right, $10 a week or whatever.
$47 a
Is that
week,
it?
right?
Yeah,
It's
fuck
basically like so you can get cigarettes and soap.
Yeah. They have to pay for housing, so they house them.
Okay. So the idea is you signed a billion-year contract and you work like a slave for them.
Right.
Yeah. So that you can get free coursework.
Right.
And so they'll dorm you. They'll give you like minimal food. Right. They don't really give you much of anything besides like giving you a place to be as a human being, so you can slave for them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No shit. And then have babies, and then they enslave them into the cult as well.
Well, yeah.
Right?
So, that's one of the ways that you can get kind of trafficked in is, if you're born in. But like the other thing that they do is they go to like South and Central American countries, Eastern European countries, or places where people are having a rough time and saying, hey, there's this program, back here in the States, you promise all of this stuff, we'll give you a better life, all of this stuff. They arrive in the United States, they're removed from their passports and their visas, and they're made, they're just stuck there.
Kidnapped.
Yeah. Pretty much, it's child trafficking. Yeah, so they're a child trafficking cult.
So you're just filming everyone that walks in and out of this place, huh?
So Fridays is graduation for them. So they run people through the courses, and you get a certificate.
If you're clear or whatever.
Well, yeah, if you make it through, well, they have all sorts of courses before you go clear, but yeah, if you make it through their communications course or any of their courses, they want to big up everybody. Hey, here's the community, rah, 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 you did it, here's a certificate.
Yeah.
So you feel good.
Right.
But like as you spend more and more, hundreds and then thousands and then hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Therapy? What is that?
Auditing.
Auditing.
Yeah, auditing. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. It is their kind of therapy, confessional.
Supposed to be.
But it's actually a way, so they'll put you on the cans and they'll ask you these questions, and from the beginning they're recording everything that you're doing, and they're developing a file on you. They can blackmail you for all of that stuff you're telling, stuff that you wouldn't tell your family, your friends, like you know, and they ask you probing questions down to the bone, further and further and further to give up more and more and more. And so then when you want to get out later on, they'll be like, well, it would be terrible for like everybody in your life to find out about all this stuff that we have on you.
Right. And the thing is, like, if you feel bad during the auditing, it's because you need more auditing, right?
Oh,
and
right,
like
of course.
Saying, like, the reason that you're not content is because you need more of their shit.
Well, any of these cults, they're offering their services as the solution to anything, as the universal solution. Well, of course. So, like, if it's the solution for anything, anywhere you go, they've got something for that. Exactly. Well, they're trying to. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Basically, like they, attach a leash to you, and you're tied to a pole, and you're walking in a circle.
So 2 days a week for auditing. Now it's got to be 4 days a week for auditing.
Well, yeah, and especially if you get in trouble, right? If you get in trouble and you have to get sec checks, which is like even more severe, right? Security checks basically is like deep auditing that you've messed up, and we've got to get to the bottom of why you messed up, and maybe who else made you do this?
But
like, give up your friends.
At the same time, they say it's your fault
for
doing that, right?
All of it is.
Like, that's why they don't let people go to like the police if there's like assaults or sexual assaults.
Well, so L. Ron Hubbard had the tone scale, right? And he says like, recognizing yourself as a victim is super low on the tone scale. It's like being a reduced human being. So being a victim of anything, it's your fault. And so like childhood victims of sexual assault, actual assault will be told, what did you do to bring this in? What did you do?
It's your fault. Right.
Correct. Like, and we need to examine this deeply to find.
Victim, but they say you're the worst because you're a victim.
Well, you need to fix whatever it is that you did to bring this in.
You're not a victim.
Oh no, absolutely not. Yeah. No, you can't be. That's kind of a low order of human being to be a victim to them. So it systematizes abuse of children and the elderly. Because they're a religion, because they're recognized by the federal government as a religion, and they're afforded those protections. Well, because they threatened the IRS. Yeah. They doxed and like harassed and blackmailed IRS agents. In 1993, they finally got it, and when they did, David Miscavige's big announcement was the war is over. Okay. They were at war with the federal government.
Is Miscavige? He's still running a bitch.
Correct.
Damn, dude. Okay, he's been around for ever.
Oh yeah, and I mean, well, I mean, he's now preserved. He's got a lot of plastic surgery, just like Tom. Yeah. And I think some of us think that he looks like Lady Elaine Fairchild from.
That's funny. That's fucking funny.
Yeah, that's my partner's idea, actually. Pearl, I know that's yours.
Yeah. That's a good one, dude. Well, shit, man. So what's your goal here?
Our goal is to bring more visibility, right? To inform the public, because a lot of people, they don't know this is here.
People don't know?
People don't know that, so there are people that come by here and we have a conversation and they're like, oh my God, this is still here? Yeah. They're still doing this? And what do they do? And I'll say what they do and, how to avoid it. Yeah, it seems like they're dying. But they're trying to look like they're expanding, right? And they're buying a bunch of buildings and opening new buildings in cities that are empty. That are empty like this one. This building,
if I get free,
there's like 15 people in here right now. Right.
And huge building.
So what they do is they're a tax-exempt, religious organization. And as such, they need to prove to the federal government that you're giving back to the community. You don't get it for nothing. You're providing like a public good, like services, like a food bank, or something, or religious services. You
Yeah.
need to show that you're providing something back as a religious organization. They do very little of either. And so what they do is they take like $50 million at a time and park it in a building like this and have it be basically empty as a tax dodge.
Yeah.
They have one of these in every major city, just about. Like last year, I was at the opening of one in Chicago. Now they bust in like hundreds of people for the weekend.
Right.
I stayed till the Monday. They bust all those people out. They had all of this furniture in a furniture truck that they put back in. I filmed all of it, right? And it was the same people that they had bust into Austin to do an opening there the week previous.
Nice.
Same faces.
Are you on YouTube?
Yes.
Let me
We're on YouTube right now.
All right. Let me. What's your channel called?
It's at Selfless Self. Selfless Self. All one word.
Self.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, silly name.
that's fine. Selfless.
Yeah, with three S's in the middle.
Yeah, okay, that is weird.
Yeah, it is.
I was like, oh, that was weird. This is you guys right here?
That's right.
Oh yeah. Fucking sign up for that. Dude.
Wicked.
I'll watch your videos and shit.
Right on.
Good work, bro.
Thank you very much.
Fucking, yeah.
Thanks for your time and
These guys
attention.
need to fuck off.
Indeed.
Dude.
Yeah, not one more kid, really.
Yeah.
That's the
no more
thing.
Kid.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. If you're
Because,
an
like,
adult and you want to be an idiot, that's fine.
We see kids going in here and you know that they're at the beginning of their journey through hell.
and they don't
like,
know. They're just following their parents.
absolutely.
You know?
And like,
They don't
I know
just wait.
personally a bunch of survivors that are out on the other side of the ringer, and it's like lifelong psychological effects that they'll
Right,
just
it
be
is.
they'll just be mitigating
It's
the
like you're
worst
saying, it's a
aspects
cult.
of.
It's a fucking cult.
And it does permanent psychological damage
Absolutely.
to people.
Same with
So
Mormonism, dude.
yeah,
buddy is
have to agree.
He's calling himself a Jack Mormon because he
Yep.
used to be Mormon and now he realized it was retarded. But he's like parents, like don't fuck with him that much. And
well,
like,
no, you'll basically be out of the fold. It's same
Yeah.
thing with the Jehovah's Witnesses.
yeah, right.
The family disconnection is strong in both of those.
Yes.
And I think that's for cults, it's one of the more damaging things. Scientology does it. If you're not in the cult, you can't talk to anybody that's in it.
Outside of it,
Yeah.
yeah,
Your kids, your parents,
Right.
your grandparents,
Anybody. Best
you
friends,
won't see
whatever.
them or speak to them for the rest of your life.
Yep, yep.
So, and that's what that's
brainwashing.
one of the reasons why people are changing here, because they're stuck here by their families. They're stuck here by so it's sad. Like, they're all victims, but at the same time, they're victimizing other people.
Yes.
So they've
Right.
been, and that's how they've been trained. So like, there's this balance between they are currently perpetrating crimes and they are victims of mind control.
Right.
So,
Right.
so it's like you try to still hold their humanity somewhere in there, but
Yeah.
still recognize the damage that they're doing.
Yeah.
Trying to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I was meaner about it earlier.
Yeah. Well, you can get mean with me, bro. I like
All
that
right.
shit. But
Oh, right on.
what's your name, dude?
Selfless Self.
Okay. All right, man. Pleasure to meet you, brother.
Right on.
Yeah.
This is why we're out here. To make these connections in the community and have these conversations. Absolutely. Let people know this is still going on. This is still serious. There are other and myriad serious things that are going on right now. Absolutely. This isn't the only one or the most serious. But to me, it represents like an illogic that feeds into all of the other ones. And if this one can be downgraded and dissipated, then perhaps, like by extension, a little bit will be felt through all of them. Let's see. They told people to show up. Tone 40. They showed up. Pearl, lift us up where we belong. Thanks, Pearl. Yeah. So, yeah, I've been out here about an hour. It's kind of nice. It's still beautiful. I don't feel gravity quite yet. Sir, you know you're going into a child trafficking cult? Scientology is a cult. That guy had like the middle school swagger into the front door. You know, I'm gonna hip hop lope my way. All right. Just having fun. All right. Yeah, I mean, people like mannequins, I guess. Yeah. Um, are you graduating today, or are you working? Are you on? Oh, it looks like you're on staff, perhaps. You know, Scientology is a child trafficking cult, though. Probably you shouldn't be involved in something like that for like all the ethical reasons. For like any sense of humanity. Yeah, it's really sad. It's really sad to see people wrapped up in here, but like what gets really bad is when, you know, they make it dangerous for us out here. That's when it starts to get kind of personal. Good day. Oh, you're so cute. Yeah, he's the cutest little guy. You know, I think that's where I started to kind of lose my ability to really maintain is when my sense of danger was raised to the point where I thought my life was being threatened every time I stepped out here. Good day. You know, you don't have to stay in this organization. You owe them nothing. Freeloader debt is not real. This is an evil organization that you're supporting with your time and your money. So that's it's going to be my approach. Is about that. Is try to hold the seriousness and I mean honestly, like hold the sadness for the wasted human lives and the human degradation that is just evident right here. It's very sad. I mean, because I mean we've seen like our friends, these people have survived, are so bright and shiny and wonderful, and really not every Scientologist can be expected to be that, but I mean we're really losing some good people. We've lost a lot of good people to this and to things like it. Yeah, Grey Poupon. Yeah, that's right. Well, I mean, when I get when I have this feeling in the pit of my stomach, um, or when I feel like I'm in danger or somebody's threatening me, I'll get like more and more formal. it's it's something that annoys some people very, very deeply. But it's like a defense mechanism that I have. Um, yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, I intend to be in better contact with those folk. I mean, uh, it's been hard to face any of it because of like the sense of kind of change and loss and stress and all of that stuff. And I think it's been difficult for people to put into words all of the things. And then there's like new hurts to pile on top of the old ones, and um, it's complicated. Good day. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Um, you know, you don't owe these people anything, and they do so much damage in the world. How's clearing the planet going? Right? Stats are vertical, right? You're dedicating your life to a cult that is an abject failure, that does damage, permanent psychological damage to just about anybody that comes in any contact with it for any period of time. Unfortunately. Yeah, so now they're starting to showing up for graduation. Right, we've taken those arduous courses. Oh, geez. You know, we learned how to take orders and to bark like a seal, and how to abuse others and not feel it. We learned how to be an abusive, soulless, unfeeling sociopath. You know, and that's just TR0. So, yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. That's what Pearl says to me. She's being honest. Not that she ever isn't. Like, she loves all y'all. She wants to do it, and she's good at it. And we would love it, right? We would. Yeah, you're going to get some executive training like Landmark over here. Oh, that's right, Scientology influenced that. Or EST. Oh, yeah, that's right. Or Nexium. Oh, yeah, that's right. All these cults, little heresies of Scientology. And each one of those doing some serious damage. So with a track record like that, who could say no? Who could say no to a cult that is so hermetically sealed? Hello. How's it going today? It's graduation, eh? Giving people the certificates today, eh? I very much hope you haven't been involved in child auditing in any way, because it's abuse and a crime. But I think, the older ones, staff ones, it's almost certain that at some point they received auditing from an underage individual. So we're starting to see it's shift change time. So we're going to see the new and old faces here. I think if I remember correctly, the person that I just saw is some administrator here. I've only had one day to be able to do the face recognition and the voice kind of thing with people, so I don't have it. And I'm not as good as others like Pearl Snappy, who's like got a Facebook Rolodex in the back of her brain and knows like not only the face to the name, but their entire history and everything else. Sir, you know you're going into a child trafficking cult that only does damage to people. You don't need to give your life to a nothing. Because that's what it is. Scientology is a time money sink of the highest order. You know, and just in America, we've decided, oh yeah, no, it's okay for an organization like this to fleece the old and the young alike, to engage in fraud. No, they can't clear a city block. They seemingly not effective at it. This is another administrator right here. So that's a couple of them. Oh, we get to hear the music? Oh no! It's speaker tech, ladies and gentlemen. That's a sound ordinance violation. You guys are breaking the law with playing sound that loud. You do not have a permit to do that. That's amplified sound. You guys are breaking the law. Let's get a cop down here, because you're breaking the noise ordinance of Portland. It's like the old days. Seriously. Yeah, they really don't let you see for yourself at all. No, I don't. I'm new to this town. You have a good day. This is a noise ordinance violation. Noise ordinance violation? They don't have a permit. Amplified sound? You guys are breaking the law with this speaker. Breaking the law. Yeah, no, all they have is this Bluetooth speaker to be able to combat. You know, they think they're going to demonetize the stream with their stupid songs, but all they're doing is breaking the law. I mean, even the Christians knew, give unto Caesar what is Caesar's. Come on. You seriously want to get a ticket for a noise violation? You're a Freemason, sir? That guy had the square and compass and a G tattooed on his calf. Yeah, but they don't let you see for yourself. The most annoying song in the world! Your music is garbage! It's culturally deaf as well as tone deaf. See for yourself! Oh, they had the commercial. They didn't pay for YouTube, so they have the commercial. What the hell? What is this? The sheer amount of leg room. I've never heard a commercial in front of the org. I've never heard them be that cheap. Dude, do they have a hip-hop song? Is this Scientology hop?
I remember those biochemists. Dozens of pages of incoherent thanks to Mac.
Is this an ad for Scientology? I'm befuddled now. I'm distracted. Good day. Scientology is a cult. This is another commercial. This is amazing. Yeah, exactly. Nobody's been struck. I have so much. So the smarter ones are La Poubelle, right, would play a playlist of the most copyright striking music ever. They play the Eagles' greatest hits and a bunch of other things. But these guys just want to promote their church. So they finally got another one of their songs on. Sir, you don't have to give any more of your life to this cult. Free yourself from this. Please live out the rest of your life in freedom. Don't work for these people. They hurt children. You know that they've hurt people just like you. You've worked too long in Scientology not to know the harms that they do. You can leave at any time. You are free to leave. Yeah, I mean, being out there in front of La Poubelle and like taking it from them, that they are not kidding. Yeah. So I really hope. Well, I am protesting, yeah. I guess that means I'm, kind of messing with their style, mussing their hair. You could say, getting close to that. What? So I don't know, some kind of vaguely inspirational music. Does anybody know what this is? Is this Sabrina Carpenter? Or is this another one of their songs that I just... this is the new stuff? Yeah, I know. And as soon as the pressure went off, they would go back. Because they have built-in clientele from, all of their contacts in the industry and in Scientology. Scientology would probably make sure that they get, people in there. Oh, super. You can't hear the music very well? That's awesome. So, there's this kind of weird idea, like, is Sabrina Carpenter a Scientologist or not? I was trying to find out. Seems like there are a bunch of rumors on one side, and there's some podcasters that have done some exposés on this, and the opinions range from she's going to take over like Tom Cruise to no, she's not one. So, but I know survivors who have said that she definitely is. Sir, you can leave anytime. You don't have to do this. Yeah, you're a Thetan, though. Wow. It's totally like the old days. Man. I remember being outside of Blue and hearing these 3 songs for 10 hours straight on one of my first days, hanging there with Dan Walks. Dan, your spirit out there on the street, I love it. I just, keeps me going. It was so easy to share the street with you. You're so accommodating, and it's just fun. So, looking forward to seeing you soon, Dan, if you ever see this. But yeah, this is the first time these earworms went right to the center of my brain. Noise violation! Amplified music at this decibel level is breaking the law. Yeah, be more than Scientology. Because Scientology is garbage. Be more than Scientology. Yeah, but why do you only have 25,000 members? These orgs used to be full. There used to be people all over the place here. Where are they? What happened to all the people who were here when you joined? Good day. Hope you're well. You're protesting Scientology. Oh, yeah, you are. Yeah, wicked. Yeah, might have been obvious. Might have been obvious. This is one of the better responses I've heard yet. Dig it. That person should do stand-up. I dig that. Hello, Tiarazona. Hello there. Yeah, there were also the Swifty ones, but Sabrina Carpenter does have connections to the cult, but it's how deep they go, and to what degree, what's really true there. But it seems like a whole lot of her family's comments on this subject have been scrubbed from the internet. So. You can live outside of Scientology. You can live again outside of this predatory cult that harms children and the elderly, commits crimes. Excuse me? Wicked. A doctor of what? A doctor of yeah. I just did an undergrad in psychology. Interesting subject. What do you think about Scientology, going to war with psychology and psychiatry? Correct. Yeah. So Hassan's bite model, you think applies? Stephen Hassan, Cambridge, Massachusetts. He's a cult investigator, ex-Mooney, came up with something called the bite model, which is a way of basically a set of criteria to identify cults, cult control. So bite would be behavior, information, thought, and emotion. Control of those four things in like different criteria, like a diagnostic rundown. I did not see that somebody. I heard a sound when you guys were moving. When you guys were backing in, that's all. I didn't see anybody knock your plate off. But I heard a sound when you were backing in. I didn't see you touch anything. All I said is I heard a sound. Okay. Yeah, I can't. I wasn't filming it, and I don't think my mic picked it up either. So I have a vague impression of a sound. Thank you very much. I need it. Because sometimes they send the authorities after us for just being out here. Yeah, indeed. Another really good conversation with a doctor of psychology. Good day. Hope you're well. So this sound is most definitely so violative. Cubs champion. Hi. It's been a long time. Welcome in. It's so good to see your person, all these people. Indeed. Yeah. I mean, you've had history with that. I mean, it seemed like Boston didn't have the right idea about what this is. I would say you got like a kind of 50-50 treatment there. Sir, you don't have to give any more of your time or money to this cult. You're free to leave. Freeloader debt is a lie.
Get up to $300 instantly with cash advance. It's just the cash you need. You can
Yeah. Well, and they can't pay for the premium service. So now we get the commercials on top of everything, and I have to yell to be heard. And serious, like, any bar would get cited for this. If the neighborhood cared at all to like make a call to the authorities, this is a noise ordinance violation, and it's pretty much a ticket. They'll get pulled over to the side of the road for sound. So, but I am going to lose my voice if I have to speak, as I think over and above this level.
Oh, watch for beans.
Yeah, right on, Cubs. Yeah, we're all looking forward.
Here, let's find you an eye doctor on ZocDoc.
Look, Dr. Barker is in network.
I'm sorry to see you going into this child trafficking cult, sir. They're a net negative for the community.
And an opening tomorrow.
That's great.
Looked at.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
So why do I
You
need to
too.
watch for falling socks? You've got options. Book on ZocDoc today.
This is a doctor graduating from a university with all of the gifts. I am so impressed by these people. They look very well put together. Great words, great behavior. Dig it. Didn't put them on camera. Yeah, I mean, I think we're all looking for the Mo to come back. Because, I think we had a lot of wind taken out of our sails, and we took it out of our own sails a little bit, all of us in different ways. So, trying to build the Mo, want a good feeling, got a good feeling today. So, yeah, that's an advertising category. The I am me's concept was developed in the 1980s to be able to sell a whole lifestyle to the individual, punky, anybody. I'm going through the self-discovery outside of the bounds of society. That was identified in the late 70s and 80s as a target market. And they pretty much corralled all those folk into something that they could sell to you. But it's funny that this song is called I Am Me, which is again kind of, I mean, it's obvious. You are, even if you don't know it, you are still you. Your body's still there. I don't see when I forget that I'm myself that my body goes away. I've returned to it every time. You'll be back on. Wow. Okay. So that's a long way off in the future, but yeah, no. I mean, it's a long time to be able to promote that. Looking forward to hearing what you have planned. Sounds good. Like an East Coast meetup with a whole bunch of people. Because if I didn't have my whole life kind of set on fire and thrown around the country last year, that's what I was intending to do. But I found Pearl Snappy and my whole life changed. So everything that I intended to do changed. What the hell? See, I like bad movies for the badness, for the cheapness, as Frank Zappa called it. And so this is like a really bad, cheesy movie. It's kind of like The Room of pop songs. Oh, no, they're not. No, Flag is not in Portland. That's all the way on the other side of the country. But, wow. Okay, watch this. Pivot. So yeah, I kind of want to avoid the crimes that they're committing, the civil violations. Okay, it's the Sherlock building. I checked this out before, but there's the history, everybody. It's a historic plus. So that's the Public Information Center, right? So it looks like that's where they have their book displays, right? Right up in there, you can see all the volcanoes and everything. Yeah, that's where they got that. And yeah, it looks like their performance space or whatever, they've got this Hall of Horrors. And I don't know if you can see it, but there are about like 3 dozen flies that are doing battle outside of this thing. 3 dozen of them. So, yeah. So are they going to move the speaker? Are they going to just turn it on every time I go over there? Wow, that is a donut. All right. It's so loud. You guys are arrogant. Breaking the law with the sound here. You guys are like rockers. Just got to crank it up. Is that freedom rock? Well, turn it up, man. Freedom rock. Freedom rock. Turn it up, man. Freedom, freedom. On the free ones. Oh man, they will really do everything to you there. Like, I can hear it. I'm like 30 yards away. You know, I'm like so far away. So anyway, they're bringing people in on the other end. You know.
This baby hits 88 miles per hour. You're gonna see some serious.
Man, they were about to play freaking Snoop. I didn't know you guys like hip hop. Seriously, Scientology, you're bound. Good day. You're banging Snoop. Scientology, though, playing Snoop Dogg. I never thought I'd see the day. It's hilarious. Really, guys. I mean, that is down tone. You know that guy's a degraded being by your standards, by your jerk face, stupid, fascist, racist standards. Thanks for the commercials, too. Are you trying to get me a sponsorship with Chevy? Noise violation. Amplified sound without a permit. What? Amplified sound without a permit. Criminal. Just a little bit, just a little ticket. It's a little criminal ticket. You don't care. You'll ruin people's lives for money. So I don't know what you won't do. So like there is humanity there, but geez, like it's kind of moribund. I don't know what to do about that. Yeah, you guys are not giants. You're about as big as an ant. This is the most sclerotic, moribund religious organization on the planet besides your real estate. Yeah, you're so big. I don't know, it's just like everybody is bigger than you. The FLDS, the LDS, the JWs, the Seven Mountain Dominionists. Oh, no, I can film the other way. Yeah, it's on me.
Hi, how are you?
Doing all right, and yourself?
All right. What you doing?
Scientology. I'm protesting them. Yeah. They, to me, they clearly hurt the community. They hurt children. They hurt the elderly. They trap people in here. They have them work for slave wages, like 70 to 100 hours a week for $47 a week, right? Having children sign billion-year contracts, you know. So we're trying to make sure that like the community knows, like, take this seriously, that this is dangerous. Like, if you know anybody that's thinking about going into Scientology, tell them it's dangerous, because it is. Tell them that it will ruin your life, because it will. Wicked. You have a great day. You are tiny. You are losers. I mean, it's graduation. Where is everybody? If you're so giant, where are they? This is Scientology Central for Oregon. Where is everyone? I don't think they're giant. You're really small, though. Oh, no, 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 no. You're tiny. You're useless. You're weaklings. You're cowards. You cower behind a building. You will not engage with any of us protesters. You throw the cops at us. You throw lawsuits. You're cowards. You're not giants. You are losers. You are puny. Maybe like you guys are like giant pains in the ass. You're giant weirdos. You're giantly misinformed. You're giants of poop. Yeah, diuretics, giants of poop. You guys are cowards. One protester shows up and you like close down the whole operation. It's hilarious. You're cowards. Wait, is it rippling? So they're going for like the boy band aesthetic here, right? They should have harmony, right? And make it sound like NKOTB or something. Man, at least it's not the same 3 songs. Good day. Yeah. And they've got some variety here. Gross. Oh man, this one makes me want to barf. Okay, so like it's like this music is like they've deployed an MRAD, and I think they know it, and that's okay. I'm okay with them deploying an MRAD. I can be M-radical. Okay, so we'll go over here and they'll move the people in the other way. So here's the L. Ron Hubbard. Right. He did and like lies and right. He was a hero of nothing, and he was an explorer of the beds of bandits in Mongolia. As far as he said that. I didn't say that. He slept with bandits in Mongolia, right? Check my early videos for proof. Good day. Hope you're well. All right. yeah. Please, sir. Right on. So. Oh no, Anne, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you get better soon. I hope you're well soon, better, and all that. Fucking hell. Yeah, so let's see if they can in tandem get out the buckets, right? Back and forth. Little bucket brigade. I mean, they are in the Navy. They should know how to swab the deck. Dingo, bango, ingo, lango. Dingle, dangle. Oh, it's another commercial.
Sheer amount of labor. There is absolutely no way I can prepare myself.
I think we should talk to the neighbors to see if they like this kind of noise disturbance you got going on here. But I don't think you guys respect your neighbors ever. I mean, as far as what I've seen, in Los Angeles and Austin and Denver and Chicago, what I've seen personally, it's the Holy Rogue. What's up? What's up, Holy Rogue? We're listening to commercials as provided by Scientology, who can't get anything right, can't even play their own music without commercial interruption, or without hip hop showing up randomly, because they can't even run a music playlist. How are you going to clear a planet if you can't work a phone?
Tender, juicy, and perfectly seasoned. It's chicken made for dinner. So bye-bye, bun. Hello, McCrispy strips.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious. So it's just like the non-pay Scientology channel on do they have a satellite music channel?
We got questions, we want answers, still got nothing. Always looking up to the stars. We just want to find out.
Your music sucks! Your music sucks! Scientology is a cult! It's a cult! Scientology is definitely a child trafficking cult! Child traffickers right here in Portland! Yeah, it is. You got that right. It's one of the streaming services non-premium because they're that cheap. Scientology is a a child trafficking cult. Yeah, Hot Dog Water Radio. Right to you. Hot Dog Water FM. You guys are in a child trafficking cult where they blast music at protesters. You know, they were just breaking the law. Are you guys willing to speak about Scientology?
No, not really.
Why not?
Because we don't have time.
Yeah, we're gonna go get some food. I'm starving.
Because, I mean, you guys are involved with a child trafficking cult that destroys lives, that separates families.
That's great.
That's great?
Yeah.
You don't seem to have any morals or ethics, sir. Are you meant to be clearing the planet for the betterment of people or just self-serving yourself? You seem to be evil people to me. You seem to be full of self-want, basically. Desire, unchecked desire, and avarice. The bravery of Scientologists. You could see how brave they are. You guys are going to clear the planet, certainly. You're going to do it. You're going to make it better for everybody. Certainly, you're not just going to take everyone's money, right, and separate families who don't agree with what the cult says. Mothers that can't see their children, children that can't see any of their family that are kicked out on the street, living out their lives on the streets of Los Angeles. You did it to countless people. This organization did it to countless people. So-called suppressive people. You're not kind, you're not generous, you're fascists. I'm so glad the music is over. Okay, just when I thought it was safe to go back in the water. Seriously. Fucking ridiculous, right? It's amazing. As soon as I say it. Yeah, those people who just went by on scooters, they saw that. This song is about how you abuse seekers, how you take people who are looking for answers and chain them to a useless enterprise. This song is evil. If you like Scientology, think again! Think again! How about that? Was that good? Was it good? Think again! Scientology is a cult! Yeah, we can do this all day as long as my voice holds out and you can violate the noise ordinance of Portland. We'll go back and forth with the song stuff. See, I have this like big resonator chest cavity that makes my voice like super loud. What in the Disney is this? This is like the Scientology song from Frozen. Oh, you have a waltz. It's a waltz. Whoa, it's two songs on top of each other. What was that? What miracles have you seen in Scientology other than people puking on the fucking purification rundown? and the colors that may come from an overdose of 5,000 milligrams of niacin. That's not funny. I'm sorry. Ugh. I'm ramped up. Whoa. Rewind. Scientology bangers all day. That's what they got. It's like a Scientology rave out here. All right, get a dance party going. How about I invite like 20 of my friends and we'll all get glow sticks and stuff and we'll rave out to the Scientology music? Because I think you want to have a party, right? You're playing music, right? You want to have a rave party with my friends? See, they're playing the same 10 seconds of audio. This is a psychological trick. I edit audio, guys. I listen to the same loop of audio for 8 hours. This won't work. I edit audio. It's hilarious. Your CD is broken, as well as your soul and your ethics, your morals, your connection to humanity outside of this building is as broken as your CD. Four, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Scientology is a cult, sir. Scientology is a cult. Hey, did OSA come up with that one, guys? Are you guys trying like the 1991 PSYOP stuff that they did on Manuel Noriega? And Scientology's definitely a child trafficking cult. Child trafficking here in Portland at Scientology. Child trafficking here at Scientology Portland. They traffic the weak, the seekers, and the addicts in here. And they use them for their entire lives as slaves for L. Ron Hubbard. So we're just trying to protest. They've got a speaker at us, trying to sing over it. Don't want to blast your ears out. Okay. Yeah, don't engage. Crazy person. Your journey to hell begins right here at Scientology Portland. Take a bite out of your own soul in life and your entire life savings. Give them to Scientology Portland. Okay, here comes the commercials again, y'all. They got me excited. I had to sing. I think that one gentleman, he was afraid that I was fully psychotic. Yes, sir? Ma'am? Oh, I'm okay. I'm protesting Scientology over here. You're not on camera. I've got to point it this way. At me. Okay, cool. Wicked. Yeah, I'm quite all right.
My family and I.
But yeah, I'm protesting a child trafficking cult that's a net negative anywhere it exists. Knowing many survivors personally. Who cares that this cult has destroyed their lives, destroys lives all the time? I do. No, I care. I'm out here on the street. I care. If you don't, that's fine. To each their own. Have a good day, all the same. Wow, that was really heartless. I mean, if that person was at one time a hippie, I would go back and do some candle staring and, you know, ask your crystal if that was really a good thing for you to do. Because, like, that person had, like, a tote bag with, like, a diagram of the soul and the chakra system by colors and everything, and they're like, I don't care. I don't care about the people being damaged by this, and it's fine. You know, but that doesn't make you a good person. Like, that's your choice, but I would say that would make you less than moral. This is certainly like programming that's meant to like psychologically undo me with like a bunch of random kind of voices and laughing and stuff interspersed. It's like, this is Bush League psych out stuff, guys. You should maybe study psychology to figure out how to work people's minds. Yeah, Guantanamo Bay inspired playlist for sure. Yeah, no, they try to wind you up and wind you down. That was the cops. They're gonna make the block. Might have a conversation. So yeah, a reminder to everybody here, I said at the beginning of the stream, there's a protest on the 15th in Los Angeles on LRH Way, historic. Haven't been able to grab at the fullness of those pieces of sidewalk to be able to tell them how we feel in an organized and peaceful fashion. Show up or support as much as you can. Audit LA, Laura FM. Get in touch. There's a lot that's going on. Maybe you can get involved planning. Maybe you want to fund part of it. Maybe you want to show up, but I don't know, consider it. I'm considering it. Are we done? Do you have more for your recital? Or are you afraid that the police are going to give you a ticket? Because you are violating the law, though. How's it going with that? But yeah, you know, Scientology is no stranger to violating the law, as we all know. You know, they suborn and cover up the worst of crimes against people, against individuals, against at-risk folk. It ain't good. I would say it's real, real bad. And let's see. Are you going? You know, I'm broke. I'm so broke. You know, I've yet to find myself gainful employment here in Portland, and I'm living off of like little bits of little bits. And it's gotten down to the very, very end. And like, I can't put together anything to like drive myself or fly myself there. I've got to take care to be able to like keep the freaking lights on and eating anything more than peanut butter sandwiches, which is unfortunate. But I mean, if I find a way to go there like last minute, I'll do it. You know, things like that are why I was ever out here in the first place. Wow, guys. We're still going to violate the noise ordinance? Okay, I got to go feed the meter, y'all. gonna take a second. What douchey douches? Not too big of a fan of all of their machinations. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, like as it gets closer and as I talk about it, like, I mean, I really want to go. I'm pretty emotionally connected. Seems like a noise ordinance violation over here. That was an extremely heavily armed bicycle cop from Portland. Frightening. So, but Lean and Mean, I was hoping that they would take some notice. They looked over at the building. I don't think that they realized what the fuck was going on. Car's still good. Everything's still fine. 891. Okay, so I have to get it to the rest of the term. Okay, because I think it goes till 7. So I'm lucky enough to snag one in front of the org, but graduation, they're just somebody leaves and somebody fills it within 10 seconds. So I was pretty sure that was a no-go, but it would be nice to just be parked up there and get on with things. There we go. It's good to see you here. It's good to be out here with you doing this stuff, feeling good about it. Yeah, man. Because it's not all the time. You know, there's so many of us that have been run out of town by a concerted and organized effort to do that. And honestly, not with the requisite backup, right? People just started to chase the ridiculous fighting, and anybody that was doing things of substance, they got pressed to the back burner, and people got burned out. People got burnt out and run out. And yeah, people got afraid. I got afraid. And I don't want to feel that way. This, you know, it's not as hard as my brain makes it up to be. And it's for my past experiences doing this that have me being gun shy. Oh. Good day. Yay, parking is paid for. Man. Ooh, that was a really creamy, like black and mild cigarillo. That one lady was so sure. You know, I got out of cults, and so I wasn't exactly sure what she was meaning to say. Guys, you guys are so childish. The little swishing of your feet on the chalk. You guys are children. And you're not nice children either.
I don't have time to go around and film B-roll all day, make my own music, and take photos of food. Just use Storyblocks. Storyblocks is a complete stock solution for creators like myself that provide an unlimited.
So like if you don't know, they'll like walk through here and kind of shuffle their feet, or shuffle buffle. And then like, I mean, there is like after they do that, you know, wiping their feet in chalk as much as they possibly can. And then you can tell where they go after that. Like, no, it is. Yeah, chalk shufflers. Good one, Sue. Good one. Footprint. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is on TM. You got keen eyes. And I mean, that's what would happen at Austin. They would do this stuff, and then there would be like a trail that would go right into their performance center. Scientology's a cult now, and we're dancing in the night now. They're trafficking the kids now, and it's a disco outside of the Oregon Friday. Dance, 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 dance. You're lost at Target 2. You guys are going down? Dude, that sounds pretty good. Like, yeah, sharing the expenses, like to drive down there is the cheapest way. Because, you know, the gas is as much as a plane ticket. So, yeah. We like the whole crew should have a little meet. Yeah, it's a good idea. Nice emoji. They're throwing in like movie lines. It's a Scientology disco. We're violating the noise ordinance. We're trafficking the kids into the cults. It's like an MRAD, this music that they try to deploy on us. And they try to get us copyright struck. It's the worst. It's Scientology disco tonight, y'all. Let's rave it up for Scientology, y'all. I'm just kidding. F Sciento forever, they're a child trafficking cult. Everybody in the community knows you're a joke. Gonna traffic kids into the cult. That's what Scientology's about now. Gonna destroy the lives and separate the families. If Sciento right to hell. And there's no escape from Scientology, seemingly. You guys are chained to this. You guys are like the people inside the cave in the allegory of the cave. You're being shown the silhouettes of objects that are held up in front of actual light. Maybe read Plato. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, good day. Hope you're well. I was trying to be loud against this Scientology music. It's kind of difficult. Ooh, wow, this is like the Matrix rave. This is like Juno Reactor right here.
They say love dies when hearts grow still, but mine keeps beating through your will. You never die, your flame defies silence, scream behind my breath. You never
So is this like Scientology's fight song? They're talking about you being a thetan, that you exist forever, and you're this flame, and you won't ever die, although we all die. Really gross, but yeah, if you join Scientology, they're promising you in this song that you'll never die. That's a big promise. Good day. Hope you're well. Ooh, that like kind of a bro step snare drum there. Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa, 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 oh, whoa, 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 whoa. It's their weak ass bro step stuff here. Yeah. They've deployed the music. It's so obnoxious. Scientology music is the worst because it's not just the notes, it's the intention behind it. So for me, like, jazzers, musicians where you're really hearing a lot of what they do in a sensitive way. Like there's so much dynamism and so much of their own personality and their self in it. Yeah, they're again playing two songs over each other. What in the auto tune is this? So yeah, there's like no personality in stuff like this. It's all flattened out. Everything that you hear, you've heard before. And that's what's so comfortable about it is like, you know exactly where it's going. So, but yeah, this is like some Katy Perry nonsense. Kelly, what up? Sue Denham, what up? Sorry, y'all. I've been distracted by this onslaught of garbage. Except your soul will die inside these halls. If you join Scientology, a part of you will die. And you will never be able to recover it, except with like a lifelong of therapy and like actually trying and reaching out to people and regaining your humanity. Yeah. I don't like that song. You're going into a child trafficking cult. I hope you know that. You're on the wrong side of history.
Thousands of real-world patients get relief. Find out why 83% of 500 clinical trial patients recommend Lanier to treat tinnitus. Visit Lanier.com to find a clinic near you.
All right, thank you very much. Hey, what? Thanks for your time and attention. That's very kind. Dude, that was a full-on press. Like, that's a good, nice rig. He's got like a full-on DSLR, freaking really good audio rig, full backpack, transmitter, press pass on his hat. Like, that guy's ready to go.
In 2025, we're upgrading our cabins with more first class and premium class seats for extra comfort. Plus, we're adding upgraded power and device holders at every seat, so you can stay charged and entertained all flight long. And of course, we're still flying the most fuel-efficient fleet.
Which airline are we getting a commercial for? Oh, Alaska. They do fly out of here. They've got a major little thing. I mean, more so than they do in other places. Yeah. Let's see what's going on over there on the other door. I'm kind of losing my voice. Too much singing. Well, it's not really singing, it's belting. Because, like, you know, those notes are not in my range. Good day, hope you're well. Hello. Yeah, I mean, you know, I try to say that to put people at their ease because they look at me and they're like, holy shit, it's a lot. This is the city. Living just enough for the city. It's graduation time. You don't have to waste your life in this cult. There's better things to do outside of LRH's writing. That guy was the worst science fiction writer in the history of the world. I challenge you. Name a worse science fiction writer than LRH. I mean, I want to know because, like, I want to make the worst movie ever out of that story. Ooh, the pivot. Yes, the pivot. We'll juke. We'll go back and forth. The juke and pivot. You guys can leave at any time, you know. You're stuck in here on something called the sunk cost fallacy. Because, I mean, if you guys are like, are you OT? Did you get any of the gains that they promised you from the OT levels? Or clear, even that? I see you wear glasses. Are you an OT? Did they promise you that your eyesight would improve? No? That you're meant to be like without error in thinking and memory? Did you get the gains from the coursework that they promised? Because some people have successfully sued for, you know, fraud, knowingly untrue promises. And I think one of them happened here. So, you know, maybe you've worked your whole life and they've taken your money and they have you by your family and you've, you know, what you've spent your life doing. But, you know, people change. And like this rigid form, do you see it winning anywhere? Look at the membership here. On graduation day, this building should be teeming with people that you're passing out of courses, that you're passing on to the higher level stuff. I see none of it. I don't see the new recruits. I don't see anybody but staff and lifers and a couple young people who you've unfortunately roped into this. But you can leave. Freeloader debt is not true, right? They say that, you know, perhaps you owe them for all this coursework if you go back on Sea Org. It's not true. You guys like trap music? Scientology likes trap? That's surprising. You guys like trap? I like trap. If it's well produced, but perhaps you don't know the difference between good and bad trap. So, you know, that's a new one. Are you trying to find a new song I mean, what they used to do, they'd pick 3 of them and they set them on repeat for 8 hours. I don't know what you're having to think about, but that's what the effective, like, protester off is. just to let you know, although we've developed kind of an immunity to your songs, having been exposed to them for days at a time in front of your organizations in multiple states. So pick your 3, do your damage, violate the noise ordinance of Portland. Just, go for it. You're troubling yourself too much with the curation of this playlist, I think. Okay, that's my speech, deal. Yeah. Every once in a while you want to minister through the door. You want to try to send a message over the hedge, as it were. Oh, excuse me. Didn't see where I was going. A little bit. Thank you. All right. Yeah. Well, you want to look where you're going too. You also want to get some kind of a message over the line. It starts to get them going. And I am hoping for any kind of interaction with these people. To see if they can actually defend their ideas. If their ideas are worth defending, then perhaps they would like to speak about them. And those young people that I talked to, those very young people that I talked to, they were completely reluctant to engage on the ideas on the merit. That guy just looked hostile and aggressive. I maybe should have turned the camera on him. Again, like I don't have my sea legs about me. And like because I know better. A Scientologist approaches you from behind and you're on a live stream, get the camera on them, okay? Because that's when they're going to assault you. In my experience, that's when they do it. So, yeah, it was my mistake. So after action report, like checking in with myself, definitely not. Definitely don't do that. So, let's see. I've been up for about an hour and a half. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take a little walk. Let's see what's going on. See if they bring out the bucket. I should have brought a granola bar or something. Yeah, y'all. Sad state of affairs with the folk in there. So, seeing somebody in a motorized chair in there has a bunch of questions running around my brain. I went over to the side door, I guess. I guess the one that I'm mainly out of in front is the front door. I'm gonna go over to the side door and I see somebody in a very nice motorized chair. Very, very nice indeed. But, I have to say I haven't seen a whole lot of that. And isn't it so that Scientology is not really trying to mess around with people who appear that way? As the whole idea of the touch assist might not look super great in when they're not able to get that person out of their chair or even improve any of their mobility or anything. If there's somebody who knows directly, if there's a survivor in here, I mean, have you known somebody, because I haven't seen a whole lot of disabled people as Scientologists, especially not in a staff uniform. I think that's the first person in a staff uniform that I've seen in a wheelchair. So that's got me with the questions. That's got me with all the quizzicalness. Ooh, that's a nice market. I might be able to get a granola bar there before I light up. That's pretty good. It's good to know. All right, I think I have the light. I don't have much of a brain, but I have the light. Holy smokes, y'all. Can you see this? Dude, look at what hat isn't in there. I love it. I love it, guys. That's hipster heaven with all the fedoras ever. You can be Corey Feldman, one-stop shop for all of his Michael Jackson fedoras. Okay. I don't know where I just went. I'm having fun though. Yeah, y'all. Let's see. Yeah, a bunch of heavy business for the county is down here. It's like police headquarters. There's the main police station.
Oh my gosh, what is sweetheart?
Nice. Oh, yes.
I'm like, wait,
Yes, of course. Yeah, I'm protesting Scientology down the street. I just taken a walk. So let's see. How are you going to clear the planet when you can't clear this suppression? So we're suppressive people as critics of the church, SPs they call us. Project. And so like, how are you going to do that if you can't even deal with us? And you can't. So and then kind of more direct to their real nasty crimes. So, I mean, the religious exemptions for any religious organization extend to Scientology. So like, you know, Catholic schools can, or any religious school can ignore labor constraints for children, for the type of work, the amount of time per week, amount of time away from school. They can get all the labor rights they can violate as well. They have religious exemption for that. And so they work these kids like freaking slaves. And many of them born into it, right? So like, what choice do you have if like all of your security, all of your family, everything that you know as safety and like nourishment is tied up with this cult? You're stuck. You got very little hope. And so, you know, I'm friends with survivors that have, some of them that have made it out in their 20s and 30s and whatnot. And they'll be working their whole lives to like just mitigate the damage that was done to them as kids. There's no end to it. And it's true of child abuse of any sort, but when you expose children to like a high control group where they limit the amount of thoughts, emotions, information that you have, limit your behavior, it will stunt your psychological growth, and you'll miss developmental stages psychologically that you'll be working to try to fill that for the rest of your life. Absolutely. And so we're out here on the street to try to let people know, hey, this is still in your community. None of those kids should be in there. And then it's about their tax-exempt status. Yeah, they're a religious tax-exempt organization as of 1993. 1993, Scientology engaged in a directed campaign of blackmail and threats against IRS agents. So they found out a bunch of stuff about high-level IRS people and individual agents, sued them over like 2 or 3 years, which they basically strong-armed the IRS into giving them their tax-exempt status. And when they won it in 1993, David Miscavige did a huge event saying the war is over, because Scientology was at war with the federal government.
Yeah. Dude.
And not the first time.
Yeah. So where's the protest at?
It's just down the road here. Let's see, I can give you the address. I'll just look it up. Oh yeah. Well, they'll send their own members out there, and their members are going to have to do whatever they say, right? Like, you're going to be in good standing with the church. Get out there and be a body against and counter protest these protests. So on the 15th of June, the protest movement in LA has actually got a street permit for the sidewalks right next to Scientology Central, like right in the midst of their stuff on a street called LRH Way. Got a street permit for the first time in history to be able to be in their backyard and tell them what we think. So this month, basically, like this protest and other protests are like a ramp up to that. Yeah.
Well, man.
Well, you asked for it and you sure got it. All right. Y'all have a great day. What are y'all doing out here? You're doing what? Oh, fantastic. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Oh, so okay. So I'm guessing other folk might be doing this.
Yeah.
Right on.
People down there.
Oh, that's why there's so many. Yeah.
We're the diehards.
Yeah. Because like, I mean, there are people that post up in this neighborhood, but like, I'm like, there's a lot more here. Yeah. Right on.
I was like, almost.
Indeed. Yeah, you need a day room. Absolutely.
Well,
Yeah.
and also, usually it's over across the, water.
Yeah, on the other side of the river.
Like, it's a little cleaner, and
Right.
like you can trust the porta potties here.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, that's right. Well, y'all have a great day.
All right, so what are you live streaming on?
Oh, YouTube. And my handle is @selflessself. Yeah, 3 S's in the middle there. All one word.
Well, very cool.
Yeah, try to keep it cool.
Meet you,
Same here.
and keep it going.
Will do. Oh,
Right.
yeah. Hope to see you around.
Have a good one.
Wicked. I love this town. The attitudes around here, man. Like, they are having fun out here, like just talking to the folk, coloring, waiting for a flower festival. Like, wow. I'm digging that. I'm digging it. And they're just really nice. And it also seemed the person was like legit interested in finding out about the not so great stuff that's happening in their backyard. Okay, so found my way back. And let's see if they, mop it up, guys. That's right. You can't face the truth of some chalk. You got to get the mop out. Kids cannot consent to Scientology, but you have to get the mop. Oh, they're in all black. These people are RPFers. Oh, no. RPFers, eh? No, you're in a suit. You're in all black. So, yeah, it doesn't seem that information's the universal solvent. It's like water in a broom is the universal solvent. Are you guys such cowards that you can't face a little chalk? I would say you're intellectual cowards. You have not the courage of your convictions. That's why it's so easy to protest you. Because you're not courageous. Look at this. See you later, Scientology. Another hard day at the cult, trying to abuse people, abuse their minds. You can leave at any time. The work you're engaged in is harmful and is meaningless.
I salute you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for what you're doing. I live next to this 6-story tall abomination. I've been
Yeah.
looking at it for way too long.
It's awful. How do they park $50 million of their money in here?
I feel like I should say it loudly that when I was growing up, my friend's mother put all of her money into it, and they didn't have anything to eat.
It's awful.
Yeah.
It's so many families that
I've
the
heard many horror stories.
yeah, all kids don't get anything. They don't get like attention. They don't see them more than like once a week or every 2 weeks for an hour at a time. If they're Sea
They
Org.
brought us into a weird room and
Oh, the
watched us
movie.
there for hours.
Yeah.
Hours.
Yep.
When I was a kid with my friend. I remember
Oh no. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
no, I wasn't involved, but I was.
You went along. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
went along with it. Yeah. So I was like, Jesus Christ. But anyways, it's been there our whole lives.
Yeah.
This has existed our whole lives.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, people are in recovery around Portland. You know, there are groups of people who are still dealing with the after effects when they were in the 70s.
Yeah.
And so people that are getting get in now, they're going to be those same people 2050.
Yeah.
You know?
I know.
So that's why we're trying to be like, not one more kid who's going to start their journey to hell right here in front of us.
I thought that was really interesting that when the Trump cult started to rise, the Scientology cult started. Let's just hide over here.
Yeah, let's wait until we have all of the protection of this fascist organization. So Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, she was fundraised as Attorney General of Florida by Scientology. She's been at and spoken at Scientology fundraisers. Yeah. No, so she's taken money from them. Karen Bass, the mayor of Los Angeles, also has spoken at and taken money from Scientology and at Scientology fundraisers. There's a few of them that risk doing this, and it's generally if they pay you good enough, you know, because the reputational damage could be severe.
Can we start a love people cult?
Yeah, I think that's.
It appears that everyone's doing a cult thing now.
It's called humanism. Yeah, the Humanist Society, you know, that was headed up by Samuel Clemens in the 1800s and Kurt Vonnegut in the mid 20th century. I would say that's a pretty good place to start. Well, it started. It's been around the different humanist societies and atheist societies. I would say the Freedom from Religion Foundation is pretty good at this. They're the largest national foundation that tries to deal with the after effects of any high control group, of any religious organization, and Scientology would definitely be included. So yeah, these guys, I had some chalk here that said kids can't consent, and they just had to water and broom it.
They don't hesitate.
Well, I have to say, it's some abject cowardice, really. But no, yeah, indeed. And I'm not going to touch their building. I'm not going to breathe on it. You know, they try to trespass you for looking at it the wrong way. And within 2 minutes of me showing up here, these blinds went down. Oh, they're so brave, though. They're you know, they're going to take over the world, but they're this brave. Yeah. I'm convinced.
There's a guy who has something to say. Lock it all down.
Indeed.
Hey, sir. I'm Sean.
Oliver.
Oliver, good to meet you. Sorry, I got coffee.
Wicked. And, that's the whole song? I wanted to raise my flag more. This is We Are Giants again, by the way. Scientology violating the noise ordinances of Portland. Once again. This is kind of loud without a permit, I would say. It's a ticketable thing. You know, I kind of have to... Okay. I would tell. Do you guys want to tell? Spock hates Sciento. Okay, guys. Coming back in. Twyla, good to see you. Guy that ran for Cook State Attorney last year spoke at the Chicago. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. That's right. Thanks, Twyla. The gall. I mean, you really thought you were going to get away with something there. Oh, I just saw your mic thing. Sorry, I was whacking my mic. But is it okay now, Pearl? You're about this big. You're giants. You guys come out here with a bucket and a broom. You're children. Oh no. Chalk just can't happen anymore, guys. Oh no. It's almost all the way back already. You're so giant, you can't even handle a freaking protester. You guys are the lamest cult ever.
It's the next evolution of the predator universe. From the director of prey. What happens if we survive? Predator, killer of killers. We are for struggling violence and gory language.
Need household essentials? At Fred Meyer, we've lowered prices across our stores, so you can keep your family moving forward while staying on budget. From dish soap and laundry detergent to cleaning sprays and wipes, Fred Meyer's got what your family's craving, helping people like you save on their grocery bills. Download the Fred Meyer app to start saving today. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
It's like they use sewer water. It smells awful.
I don't believe in magic. Demons, just power. Sinners.
So we got an ad for Sinners. Okay. Good day. You walk right over it. No mind. What do I need to check? Oh, check my email. Okay. Will do. Wicked, yo. Some really crazy stuff, man. That's some terrible music.
Opportunities, where they been? Vision blurred like I can't see. Caged in like I ain't free. Need you like I ain't me. Tragedy like a melody, so sweet. Let the beat down, we can beat down. Where we now? Elevate, we on top. Motivate, don't stop. We rock, don't top. Good vibes, don't fly. Feeling good, nigga, I am feeling good. Yeah, Charlie, I'm being free. I hate so early, but I feel like Jay.
Good day. Hope you're well. Kids cannot consent to Scientology auditing in any way, shape, or form. If you're involved in auditing for or by a child, you are abusing children. I saw you guys. Side door baloney pants. Yeah, y'all, Chalktology is in full effect. So, they took it down. There, it's right back. Just like always. Please wash it off again. Come wash it off again, and I'll just put it right back. Oh, did you lock that door? Probably a bad idea. Oh, it looks like, they were so brave to do it over here too. The bravery is just, it's amazing. You're working for a child trafficking cult, right? They destroy lives and separate families. That's what they've been doing the whole time. Not just David Miscavige, but L. Ron Hubbard is a terrible, abusive criminal. And you are wasting your life in a criminal organization. You're wasting your life in an organization that provides no benefit to this community and has injured this community to the degree to which people in the 1970s who are in this org are still recovering and will be trying to put together their lives for the rest of their lives. You don't owe these people anything. Freeloader debt is a lie. It is not enforceable in court. You can leave at any time. And that is really your choice. You can choose to be part of a criminal, abusive organization, or you can choose to live out the rest of your life in some peace and sanity. G'day. Pretty much. Some good conversations with folk. That's the idea. Getting the word out.
I've never seen them turn on the radio loud, but they usually let you guys just go.
Oh, no, they...
So they can mess up your stuff.
Pretty much. Yeah, they want to try to demonetize the live stream or get it pulled down for copyrighted music. Good day. Hope you're well. Well, yeah, I'm glad that guy knows. Yeah, they're looking scared. They're doing all the things. Well, you know, they probably have some new folk in there that they've recruited in recently, and they don't want to give them the impression that this is all a bunch of bullshit. Good day again, good day. Oh, man. Well, the songs are starting to get to me. I felt my stomach turn that time. Now, somebody's leaving a bunch of dog dirt around the place. I don't like dog dirt for chalk. Okay, so they wiped off my chalk because they're so brave, so proud, so brave. They got their bucket and their sweeper. So we will reapply the chalk. Thank you for your time and attention. Scientology is a cult. All right. Here we go. Kids cannot consent. Take 2. Down the wrong pipe. Too many thoughts, not enough brain. Okay. These 2 will do. That's contrast. All right. I think that's about right. Okay. So the encore. It looks like there's some real RPFers there. And we're back. Kids cannot ouch. That's right. I'm starting to remember wearing the tips of my fingers off doing this. Yeah, watch out. That's why I started wearing work gloves. I've got them here. Okay, that'll do. Yeah. Yeah, they can't. They cannot. They haven't. They won't. Yo! All right. It is reapplied. Maybe they'll wash it off again. Here we go. They're making me work for it. That's okay. I don't know. It's easier than digging a ditch. I haven't done that in a long time. Not asking to dig a ditch anymore. Ow, my ear. I did one of those things where you breathe in through your nose and it's not clear and it's like sucks in the pressure on your ear. Oh, it's still here, guys? Come on. Where are those RPFers? Ooh, do you have the bucket and the brooms and everything? Are they ready to go? Was it just a bit too close? You like how I have that framed? That's my new shot. It's pretty good. That's for you, Pearl. Church of Sciento. Hi! How's graduation going? They're graduating people here. They made it through Scientology all the way. John is an RPFer? Yeah, okay, cool. No, right on, Pearl. Vacuum. That's going to be great. Freshly washed. Yeah, no, the freshly washed sidewalk takes the chalk very well. And, you know, some of these orgs learn, some of them don't. This does not seem like a learning org. This seems like a, oh my God, we're still doing this kind of place. Are we really doing it? Oh, doesn't look too serious. Because, like, you can see the mission in the eyes of the people in Austin. You can see it, right? You can feel it off the folk in Chicago. And, I mean, no doubt, LA, like, you know, you're going to, like, Miramar, Scientology Top Gun school, right? So, good day. Hope you're well. So yeah, these are the, you know, the most believers of the believe. These folk seem pretty lackluster, lackadaisical. They don't seem serious. You don't have to give your life to a child trafficking cult. They destroy lives and separate families. What church charges you this money and makes you not learn about the world? What gains have you gotten from your courses? You guys are not Christian. Christians hate you. They hate what you've done to their symbol of their Savior. You guys are appropriators of other religions and not even really knowing what they are. It makes you into more of a joke. So they have turned down the music. They have turned it down. That's probably a good idea. Ooh, yeah, nice. So it's drying off. And the thing is, when they wet down the sidewalk like that, and they wash off the chalk and you reapply it, it's like deeper in the groove, right? So they're gonna have to use the broom just a little bit more next time and, you know, make them work for it. But other orgs, thank you for your time and attention, sir. Other orgs, they might get the point, and instead of doing it multiple times during the day, they won't touch it until everyone is gone. And they'll make sure everyone's gone for a little while, right? So because we were chalking so much and so excellently in front of the Austin org, they would wait, and they assigned people. They assigned people in Austin to, like, that was good. That was good. Somebody just pretended, like, with their friends that they were going to go into the org. I loved it. But, like, you know, people do that on Hollywood Boulevard all the time. That's a really good, like, the kids make that joke all the time. So, if there are any ex-Scientologists around here, like this is the first time I've heard them play explicitly Christian music out in front of an org. It's like Jesus is light and Alleluia, Alleluia. Is that a thing? Oh shit! I don't think my mic's working, guys. Yeah, that's dead. All right. Have you been hearing me at all? Yeah, it's really weird. That's the first time I've encountered them playing straight up Christian music. Scientology usually doesn't play the music of other religions. But I think they're, like they're. So that's unfortunate. I can see them totally doing that. So is that picking up? That looks good. Okay. Yeah, that is a taco cat. It's a taco cat in space. Taco cat in space. I'm sorry. Like, those t-shirts, if it was a cat and tacos in space, like, I'm a target sucker market for that. So here I am. Here I am. Test. How's that? How's that, guys? Is that better? Yeah, I'm with you. I'm trying. Is that better? Sweet, we're back. Okay. Thanks, y'all. Thanks for the heads up there. I'm really I'm shit at that. Paying attention to all the things. I get out here, I get scatterbrained. But here's another Jesus song. Like, this is really weird. Why is Scientology playing Jesus music? They're trying to get Christians? Like, you tried to get the Nation of Islam, or, well, you did. So now it's Christians after the NOI? I was an audio engineer at, an NOI event where they announced this. Yeah, the promised land of Jeezy. Why is Scientology playing Jesus music? It's breaking my brain. So, yeah, I really need like a Laura or a Nora or some survivor to let me know what the hell is going on here, because this is weird. I'm not too keen on it though, huh? I'll tell you that. Yeah. Oh, right. Okay. So yeah, you've noticed the cameras there? Oh yeah. Well, of course, Oregon Valley girl. You've seen all of them. It's like 13, I think, is what I counted last time. Hello, everybody. How was graduation? Oh, we've got a fake phone call here. So, what's it like dealing with Scientology and living in a child trafficking cult nowadays? You guys can leave at any time. You don't have to do this obvious evil. Evil deeds by evil people. Is David Miscavige a nice person? Can you honestly say that? Is that somebody to follow, or is he an arch criminal? That looks like Lady Elaine Fairchild. Yeah. So yeah, they're going to piece at a time shuttle people out of graduation and try to, are you comfortable with that door? Are you comfortable with that door? Do you want to head them up? Do you want to this? Do you want to that? Why don't any of you come out here and talk to us about Scientology? If you have the courage of your convictions, engage with us. You're meant to clear the planet and you can't even talk about your beliefs. Why don't any of you engage with us? Or why do you play the Christian music now? It seems like you're intellectual and religious cowards who are doing evil upon the world, separating families, injuring children and the elderly, having people live and work as slaves. So, did you get any of the gains from your coursework? Like the superpowers they promised you for the OT levels? Did you get your money's worth? For your lifelong sacrifice, giving your life to this cult, did you get something? Yeah, they generally don't engage. We had one person out of the org talk to us and say anything, and they said that they were callously indifferent. Not a surprise, but they are ordered not to engage with us. And, you know, they'll try to erase all of our messages and everything so that they don't have to be in the presence of it. And then they will try to eliminate our presence. This guy's doing a lot of hand diagrams. Are you trying to tell them how to confront and shatter suppression? Because it seems like you don't know how to do it. All right. Henny. Selfless, Pearl, and Chat. I'm with the pool of kids. Oh, right on. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. I mean, Linda, what's up, Linda? Was that about the Christian music that they've now stopped? You know, that felt really icky. Though, just being out here, their arrogance, their lack of engagement, that they look like automatons. It hurts. It hurts to see people in slavery and in pain, and not able to express it, not allowed to, and not with, I think, the skill set to examine themselves and to be able to come up with what they honestly feel outside of the context of this cult. And you do that to kids so that they don't have a reason to be outside of a high control group. I think you've done an extremely serious crime. And it should be criminal. There are laws on the books. This is Serge's line. You could just fucking enforce the laws that are on the books and nail them. But on top of that, I believe the religious exemptions for labor conditions, type of labor, schooling, what you can be educated on, those exemptions should be removed. They do nobody no service other than the ability for cults and religious organizations to abuse children. That's all that I see. To give them a substandard lifestyle if they're working all the time, to give them a substandard education if you're not actually teaching them anything, or they're not in school enough to actually be able to learn, or working them to death and so that you compromise their health for the lifetime of the person. So all of those things. Feel free. Maybe you don't want it on your fucking wheels, right? Either way. All right. Good day. Oh, it's street. It needs. They've already erased it once. As you see, it's wet. I've reapplied it, and I'll do it probably again. What is it? This is the Church of Scientology. We are protesting Scientology. They are a cult, and here it is written: kids cannot consent, because they try to embroil kids into their bullshit cult, and they don't have the psychological wherewithal, life wherewithal to be able to consent to being involved in a high control group. And it alters them for their entire lives. So we're out here to just be this is what they're doing. If you didn't know, in the community, they're still here. They're still injuring people. They're still separating people from their families. So
that's insane.
Yeah, it's the worst. So if you're a kid grown up in this thing and You figure out that this is all bullshit at 16, you tell somebody, kick you out. You can't ever see your friends. You can't ever see your parents. You can't ever see your siblings who are in the church for the rest of your life.
What?
And in Los Angeles, where they do this a lot, like they'll just kick you to the curb. Out on the street, you'll be a vagabond. And people just get eaten up by the streets of Los Angeles that Scientology discards these kids.
I've seen some videos and stuff online of people doing kind of the same thing, like
Totally.
and like don't go in there.
Correct.
You're basically gonna.
Yeah, I know some of those cats. Like so in Los Angeles on Hollywood Boulevard, there's what's called the Information Center. And it's like one of their main training centers in Los Angeles. And it's one of the main kind of visible things on Hollywood Boulevard. So the LA contingent of this protest movement posted up there because there's a lot of visibility. There are a lot of tourists, a lot of people that don't know what the hell it is. So you can have this conversation with somebody who's never heard of it at all. You can be like, hey, because they'll be out here with people like giving you a ticket to their movie, giving you a pamphlet. And if you don't know what the fuck it is, like, it seems like a life improvement self-help course at first, like a lot of these cults. And that's how they'll get you. So like they tried it in LA, they try to get young families in by holding like religious day events. They're not Christian, but they'll hold an Easter on like in front of Big Blue, their main building in Los Angeles on LRH Boulevard, and get like poor working families who are just trying to get like some free candy for their kids down there, but they'll leave with a pamphlet and, you know, and all the Scientology information. If they just get a handful of the hundreds of families that show up to these, that's what they want. And some of those people will be slaves to them forever.
That's insane.
Yeah, so Dan Walks LA is one of the guys that posts up in front of the Information Center on Hollywood Boulevard. I recommend Dan Walks. What is it? Streets LA, Scientology Audit is the other guy that's out there all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's a First Amendment auditor as well. So like he's like one of the main cop watchers in Los Angeles.
Sweet.
He's one of the best in the country.
Well, I'm Christian, so anytime I see this and I'm like,
yeah,
I shake my head. I'm like, dude,
it's fucking sad.
It's kind of like they're trying to pose as a Christianity, like in a sense. I feel like.
Look at the cross.
Oh, I know.
It's
I've
fucked
seen
up.
I've seen it, and I'm like, and even on the side of the building, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You guys do not represent Christ. What is?
In
that?
no way.
Like,
Because they're a
it's
corporation.
facade. They're trying to pull in a different crowd of people too, people that may have an opinion or trying to come to God and stuff. But it's kind of like, come on, and then.
Oh yeah, casting a wider net to be able to get those too. Yeah.
And then it's like,
Well, they linked arms with the Nation of Islam, like over 10 years ago now. So new NOI members have to get Scientology auditing. It's just like a feeder for their money-making scheme, right? And both of those organizations' numbers are flagging like crazy. So they joined ranks to help each other mutually to try to give each other some business.
Yeah, for sure.
And they're both pretty full of it.
Yeah. Well, hey man, I'm glad that you're spreading the word of
Trying to do what I can.
being their bullshit. So.
Indeed.
You know, hell yeah, bro. Have
All
a
right.
great rest of your day.
Will do. You
God
too.
bless you.
Wicked. Thank you very much. That's what we're here for. This is affirming. This time out here with y'all and Portland has been affirming that this is still worthwhile. It's not terribly hard. It is stressy and dangerous and all the things at times, but it's not as hard as I make it out to be in my mind, and I want to do more because I do believe in these things that I say. I believe that Scientology is representational of a lot of the evils that exist throughout society that I would like to combat. So, looking forward to doing more. You guys are great. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for doing anything in this movement. And again, like people try to put these levels, like you have to be this or that. Like, can we accept that any positive movement in this is something to be celebrated? And like, open up more of our arms to more folk. Like, I don't care who's doing it or if I hate them. If they're pushing the ball downfield, I'll wave a pennant for it. Oh, come on! You guys don't like Snoop Dogg? That was great. That was the best music you've played all day. That guy can really produce music. Wow. You guys are, you know, a DJ's not meant to have dead air like this. This is too much dead air. I need to dance. I thought this was a Scientology rave. I've come prepared. Hey, y'all. Hope you're well. Here, I'll turn around now. Okay, cool. You guys aren't on.
Okay.
So did you graduate like 7 people out of like the communications course or something? That's what it looked like. So what is that like? I don't know, like $230 for the week for the whole org? That's what it looks like. So, you know, I don't know, these guys. There's a lot of glare and flunk. The handprints on the door, guys, I mean, this is what I mean. This is real lackadaisical, lackluster. Guys, the handprints on the door, I don't think LRH would approve. Flunk, try again. Good day, hope you're well. All right. Yeah, I know I'm weird. I mean, nobody any harm. All right. But you should clean the windows. Yes? Thank you for your time and attention. You should clean those windows, though. He's going to come back and like put out a cool cigarette on the door or something and in disgust. Because like if LRH is on target 2 right now, like maybe he's in communication with this realm, he can see these handprints on the door during graduation. And I mean, that's, oh, wait a minute, you're already on the RPF. Okay. You're already on the RPF. Sorry. I was about to say she was going on the RPF, but she was already on the RPF. She was full, you know, turtleneck, the whole thing. So you please walk across it. Go, it's what it's meant for. Destroy it. Yeah, exactly. Newspaper is the best. It's wonderful. So yeah, like, you know, a little newspaper and elbow grease, spit, that'll do it. That'll do it. Well, you know, like, if you can't keep up the cosmetic parts of the org, I thought that was in the, I thought that was in the bulletins from the Commodore about how to treat an ideal org like this, and that it can't be seen to be any of these things ever. But guys, yeah, it's really a one-way conversation now, as always. Let's see. Skin so soft as Avon. All right, Avon calling. Very, very good. Yeah, white glove action. That's right, no white glove action, Summer. Exactly. I mean, these poor survivors of Scientology, back when they actually, I guess, meant it, they made you clean the bathrooms with muriatic acid, you know, with a toothbrush. And like, this is so disheveled. Like, as I'm looking, it's every window, it's every surface, it's everything. That's not tone 40. LRH would disapprove of every window, every surface. Get a bunch of RPFers out here. I mean, you know, you can't live up to the basics of your own ideals, seemingly in any way, shape, or form. I would say that would invite criticism. And here it is. Hi, I feel like I've been given an invitation to criticize you as you've made it so easy. Hello. So yeah. Are we going to play some more music? Can we continue the rave now? I would like to dance. Sir, I would like to dance. I need music. And the only thing that will get me going is that Scientology groove. Oh, this is my DJ today. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Santa Claus. Sciento Santa Claus. Easy now, my selector. You know, just got to pop the things in the thing and drive down the street. And here I am at the org. And not living too far. Do you guys see all the freaking flies in the air? It's like all of them. Oh, they haven't washed it off again? Okay. It's about it for graduation. I think they're about done. We've seen the people go in. I don't know. This stuff usually wraps up. It is just now 7:40. So another 20 minutes, I think, and graduation will be over. And maybe we can see some people with some certificates for the communication course, or maybe superhero rundown. Good day. I'm pointing that way. You wish to not be on camera? Okay, no problem. Oh, what did Pearl say? Should dual stream with me so I can live react to the stream. I mean, I find yourself hilarious as well. Feel free. Well, I mean, you could restream me, but and I'm not going to do anything. But let's talk, because I don't know how to do that. We can set that up. We can set up the dual streaming. It's one of those buttons that I've never used. So yeah, it'll be really funny. But I mean, no, you are hilarious, honestly. And it's like, we all loved it. I miss it all the time. Your humor, your ability to just cut through the nonsense and to show like your passion and like off the cuff bleeding edge of it. It was inspiring to me. Got me on the street. So next time on StreamYard, cool. All right, sweet. Yeah, we'll set it up. Sounds cool. Sounds cool. Yeah, to the mutual benefit of the benefit of everything, of doing it for everyone, all the ways. Yes. Yeah. No, absolutely. I love it. I love it. And I mean, I'm guessing you could multi-stream it, like StreamYard. Could you send that to could you do YouTube and TikTok on your end and a few other things? Like, I should probably get into multi-streaming too. But yes. Got me to Austin and now to Portland. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm going all over the place with Pearl Snappy. It's true. I mean, I was going out there on my own, but then I had to pull over the side of the road. $4.99. It's calling me to my new life. You gave me a stitch. Ow. Pearl, ow. I don't have enough potassium for that. Ow. You hurt me. Yes. I mean, who knows what you could get for more money around here. $4.99, let's see what happens. If you give me 501. Good day. Hope you're well. Oh, this is a really nice parking spot. Yes. Real nice for the Scientologists. So I've just noticed. Wow. Okay. That right there. That's a gentleman's club. And that's a gentleman's club. And in between the two is body piercing. So maybe there are a lot of pierced dancers over there. It's like gentleman's club, piercing, gentleman's club. I would think a lot of pierced dancers. Good day. Hope you're well. Voodoo, awesome. Maple bacon. Wicked. So, yeah, they're just about ready. You know, I wonder if they try to close the doors here at 8. Peter Anderson, what are you trying to say? Thank you very much. I don't know if I'm going to be racing to where you are, times being what they are, but thank you very much for your generosity. I hope I didn't lead you on too much. All right. But yeah, we've got about 15 minutes left. This freaking guy. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. So, okay. So, comparisons here. Now, Pearl and I would go to graduation Friday night in Austin, and about now would be like a parade of folk, even though it would look fairly empty, right? They've got the 3 entrances. They would, sneak them in all the different ways, and they'd be in there, and there'd be like about an hour of an exodus of like 10 at a time, or 5 at a time, or 6 at a time, right? I don't see any of that here. I mean, if I was David Miscavige, which I'm so glad I'm not, I would not be happy with this outfit here. This would not be getting me my return. And it would look like what it is, like the most defunct ideal org on the Western coast. And so I like, if you were in Scientology, I would be mad if I was posted here. Oh, thanks, Laura. So, okay, glad that I have you here. They were playing, rather than Scientology music, they were playing some Christian songs today. Like, Hallelujah, the light of Jesus, all this stuff. Have you seen them do this? Have you seen this change anywhere else? Because it's completely new to me that they're playing anything else than Scientology music. They were playing some Jesus-y stuff, and well, they were trying to mix it in with sound effects as well. They're playing stuff over it to like add to the cognitive load and perhaps make me frustrated. But either way, it's my first encounter with them playing Hallelujah, sweet baby Jesus music around here. So I just wanted, from another protester or survivor, try to figure out if that's like a thing. The other thing is I saw my first staff member in a wheelchair as well, and I thought that was also weird. Taylor Swift, Michael Jackson music, and yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they'll play highly copyrighted stuff, and especially outside of La Poubelle. But I haven't seen them go for like another religion stuff yet, right? And so that's what was kind of weird. It's that it wasn't like the highly copyrighted Dua Lipas or your Eagles or something. It was they were trying to get it done with Christian music, and I wonder if they're trying to like, hey, we can get some Christians too now, and try to fake like they give a damn about any of that. Like they do at Easter. What? Screaming Davy at Davy was like, yeah, it was pretty great. It was the highlight of oh man. I mean, I don't know about the rest of y'all, but like that day I was dancing around my forest abode. Yeah. No, it was the best. No, and like you seem like one of the most effective like real passionate, no nonsense, street smarts protester agitator. I was very curious to figure out what was going on from all that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. No, I didn't get to meet her. What a crazy time that was, Pearl. What a crazy time. Yeah, right on, Laura. Well, thanks for that. The other thing is that I saw the first staff member in a motorized wheelchair. Somebody in a silver vest. It's mainly silver vests around here. There's a couple golds, but yeah. There saw the first staff member in a wheelchair. So I was just wanted to know if that's like if you've ever seen that before, Laura. Right on. So it looks like they're about done today. Yeah, it was graduation today. You get a certificate for doing your communications course or something. Yeah. So we're out here, protesting the cult of Scientology, trying to let the community know that they're still doing damage to, the young and old alike, separating families and destroying people's lives and their brains for all time, and to probably give them a wide berth or make fun of them, But don't give them, if you're curious, if they're talking to you, don't give them your real information. Don't say your name.
They stalked some guy one time. They called him home. You hear that story?
They stalk people all the time.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's all the time. Each one of us protesters that's done any serious work has been, like, I've been to court in Texas with Scientology, right? They definitely followed me to my home. I think they stole my car. I can't prove it, right? Now, I've been swatted by Scientology. Like in Texas, had the long guns out, tactical spotter on the corner, ready to go, indexed, right? They are not kidding. They will try to ruin every little piece of you. Now, the first time I was in front of a building like this in Los Angeles on Hollywood Boulevard, I was out.
Does those videos all the time.
Oh yeah, no, there's a couple people that are out there all the time. I know most of them. Super cool. I was out there one night, my first night out there, and 2 tourists came up to talk to me like you were, right? Police came up, 4 of them, put them up against a wall, handcuffed them. Now, they weren't protesting with me. They just came up to talk, right? And they made a bullshit excuse, like Hollywood Division in LA. LA cops are bad. Hollywood Division are psycho. They really don't look right. They don't look right in the eyes. Put them up against the wall, said that they got a call about an armed robbery, some kid with a skateboard. And I'm like, where's the skateboard? They're wearing shorts and a t-shirt. I'm like, where's the fucking skateboard? You don't see a skateboard here. They're not part of that. You've just patted them down. Where's the gun? Get them out of cuffs, right? So Scientology will try to do all of that to me, and some, like, they are not that psycho here. These guys are really lackadaisical. They've lost the fight. It's kind of a boring org to protest. But in LA, they will take you apart.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Well, one of us protesters has been swatted there over 13 times.
What?
13 times with the cops in LA with their guns out for you. Like, how he's still alive, it defies the odds. He's definitely beaten the odds on that one. So, yeah, beyond following you home, like they will call your work, they'll call your family, they'll call your friends, they'll come up with any little piece of dirt on you, or they'll make something up and they'll give that to your employer. They'll try to get you fired. They'll try to discredit you everywhere they can. They'll make a website for you. That's a hate website. Oh, there's about 13 on the property. So you step in front of here, you are photographed, and it is going back to Los Angeles for their security review. The Operation of Special Affairs, Office of Special Affairs, OSA, is like their Central Intelligence Agency. Oh yeah, and I've met like the higher ups. on the street doing this kind of thing. Like when they opened one of these buildings in Chicago, this is called an ideal organization, right? It's like the highest level of these kinds of things that you can have. And the opening of these buildings is one of the largest fundraisers that they will have during any year, right? They'll bring in all their whales. They're like, look at what we did. We're spreading Scientology in Chicago. Give us $20 million. And basically, they use these buildings to just park their donation money into because, okay, so as like a tax-exempt religious organization, they have to prove that they're giving something back to the community. You have to prove, because it's not just for nothing. Yeah. You have to show that you're giving a benefit, that you're either providing like services like a soup kitchen or like, any kind of food assistance, clothing, whatever, housing, or religious services. And they do very little of either. So what they have to do is to take their money and park it into buildings like this, right? That they say that they are bettering, Scientology for their members, and that counts technically, but this building is empty, right? This is a tens of millions dollar building in Portland that is doing nothing. It's not doing anything for them but to hide a few tens of millions of dollars. And they park one of these in every major city. That's what the one in Chicago was. That one was to hide about $70-80 million because it was a much bigger building. And it's kind of newer and they did some shit to it. But like for those ones, they bust people in to make it look like it's full. Right, I stayed for the whole weekend. They bust people in. This the same people that they had bust in for an ideal org opening in Austin the weekend before. Oh. Same faces. The movement had just like photographed all these dudes. So it's like, oh, that same person, that's okay. We can see they're moving you around the country for fundraising. So yeah, that one was even worse. I stayed the whole weekend. On Monday, they moved all of those people out that they made it look full for the fundraising efforts, plus all the extra furniture for those people. They put it in like a box truck. I watched them load out all that shit on the Monday. Really? Oh yeah. No, they're full bullshit. And they're screwing over every city that they're in.
Are you on YouTube or anything? Or?
Yeah, I'm live on YouTube right now.
Can I look it up?
It's at Selfless Self. That's 3 S's in the middle. One word.
3 S's in the middle.
Selfless Elf. Yeah, but Selfless Self. Yeah, like Was Not Was. That's a stupid 80s band.
Oh, I put stupid. Is it that one?
Yeah.
Oh, bet.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, yeah.
And there you are. Do you want to be on camera?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. These people have said hello. They're saying hello. We're having a conversation.
Hi.
This is what we're trying to do. We're out here. We got the signs. We got the chalk. It starts a conversation. People stop by. They do exactly what you did. And we're trying to let people know that this still exists and they're still harming people. They're still in your backyard. They should be resisted because they prey on the weak. They prey on people that are seekers. Like not just weak-minded or like not dumb, but people that have been broken by life, that are heartbroken, that have lost a job, that have lost meaning, are seeking, that need some absolution and answers. They say that they'll offer all the answers. And so they're working off of like the people that desperately actually need actual help, and they don't have any of it. They just end up taking all of your money and all of your time.
What is the personality test? Do you know what that is?
Yes. Personality test is like, it's a recruitment tool. It's how they try to get you in the building in the first place. And it will be generally your first interaction with any Scientologist. Now, when I was a teenager on the streets of Boston, we knew where the person was giving personality tests on this main corner, and we go and mess with them. But like, blow cigarette smoke in their face and stuff. Yeah. And like punk teenager crap. And basically, it's a dumb psychological test that has no basis. It hasn't like been peer reviewed. It hasn't been. It's not an actual test. Although they put the name Oxford on this test to give it legitimacy, but it's a bunch of questions. It's a bunch of dumb questions, and it's like over 100 of them that will gauge like kind of different personality traits. And then they'll give you like a chart, right? And it will show like a line graph of like you and your performance on a bunch of these different metrics, like your happiness, your extrovertedness, your engaged, like these different things. 100% of the time, they will find a problem with you. They will find something that's terribly wrong. Oh my God, did you know you were so sad? You're so depressed. Oh my God, I didn't know. And we can help you. And basically, we're the only people that can help you. So like, come on in and we'll sell you a bunch of courses. And that's how you start. You start like a lot of cults, they try to bring you in with like the self-help stuff. And it seems basic and innocuous. And if you haven't considered these things in your life and tried kind of basic self-help techniques, this will seem miraculous, especially to somebody who's like, I need any relief in my life at all right now. And so somebody pays some attention to you in here, treats you like you're a human being, maybe for the first time in a little while, and you'll get that hit. That dopamine hit.
Yeah, right.
You'll get that hit. So yeah, that's what the personality test is. It's the kind of the first line where they try to get you in here. Yeah.
Are they open right now?
Yeah, they're open. Yeah.
I'm gonna go check it out, but I'm scared now. I don't want to go.
Well, the idea is, I mean, people do, right? People do go in, but the main thing, and like I said before, and it's serious, don't ever give them your real information, because you will test 111. Yeah. I'm sorry. I had a technical problem right in the middle of that conversation. One of the mics went out. So yeah, they're losing battery. Am I heard right now? Is that audible? Good day. Are you on the ship that's parked on the river?
Yeah, I'm over in Third Fleet, so we're in the office at Sense of.
All right. Well, thank you for your service, sir. You have a good day. You're good now? Thank you. Yeah, right on. Those people were great. Again, like a lot of really good conversations. It's like old times. I love it. Getting the word out. Good convo with the good folk. Because it'll start them, some of them, a couple of them will go to the rest of the content here or more of it. And what I've been forgetting, because I'm not in line, I don't have my sea legs, it's the survivor stories. It's the survivor stories that got me out here. It's the survivor stories that is the difference between this movement and the other ones. And it will grab people, and especially people of like real conscience. Good day. Hope you're well. Yeah, the clubs. So yeah, what happened to the rave, guys? You're playing so much wonderful dance music, and then it stopped. I was dancing. People were cheering it on. It was so great. Have to roll the Jeep down there and have a squeal for KK sometime. Yes. Oh my God. Just crazy. Just fucking crazy. So, all right, y'all. It's about 8 o'clock. I've been doing this for about I don't know.
Are you protesting Scientology?
Yes, I am.
Hell yeah, that rules. They suck.
Yes, they do. Yeah, indeed. Thank you very much. Indeed. Yeah, support. We're looking for that. Wicked. Yeah, I just stopped by to support. Hell yeah. It's generally what it is out here, besides like the times that Scientology will hire somebody to come and like threaten you or beat you up. Yeah. You don't have to work at this cult anymore. There's more stuff outside. Okay, Portland, Org, I'm going to be signing off, but I'd recommend that you look at the stories of the survivors that are out there on YouTube right now, telling the unvarnished truth about what happens to you if you stay in too long, and how they've been struggling to put their lives back together afterwards. Check out Laura Anderson, Nora Ames, oh no Nora, Liz Gale, Serge Del Mar, Liz Ferris. Do you guys know about Serge Obolinski? Do you know what the Church of Scientology did to Serge Obolinski? Go find out for yourself. Are you really curious? Do you want to find out for yourself? Go look up this information for yourself online and see what it is that this organization does to the good people outside. So that's my sign off. Go be curious. Go actually find out for yourself. Try to find information that didn't come from David Miscavige or LRH to get some perspective. Do you think you could have an accurate perspective with getting a 0.00007% view on existence? By which I mean to say Scientology does not give you a holistic view of existence or the human condition. And if you want to understand those things, there are ways to go about it. You could study sociology, psychology, psychiatry. I know you think they're evil because LRH told you they were, because he was mentally ill and the American Psychiatric Society said he was a kook, so he took it personal. If you're really curious, go online and find for yourself what your church, so-called cult, is actually doing. Go find out what your life's work is supporting, what it's underwriting. Go find out for yourself the damage, the deaths, the cover-ups of the most heinous crimes that your church engages in. And then ask yourself, if you want to sign your name for all time next to those deeds and those ideas, I'm offering you an honest choice. Go find for yourself what this actually is. Why would you just take the church's word for it if you're actually an intellectual? Why would you take anybody's word for it? Don't take my word for it. Go actually be curious. Because what I find is that Scientologists don't know anything about the world. They don't know anything outside of Scientology. Maybe some pop culture. Be good. So yeah, there's my sermon. It's not really on a mount, but a sermon nonetheless. You know, I find that, I'm making a mistake or that I'm coming short of the mark if, hey, thanks, bro. If I'm not indicating these things, if I'm not indicating the path that is there right in front of them, that they can take that choice and they can get out. So, I can yell at them about their crimes, but try to indicate that they have a choice. Good day. So, and you know, maybe one of them will consider taking it. Maybe one of them, you know, with all of that, hey, actually be curious, you know, maybe they will be for half a second. You know, they'll look at their own advertising campaign and be like, hey, am I not doing this? Am I not living up to the ideals of what they're putting out for copy at Gold Base for the Super Bowl? Oh, you sing in a choir? Is that for real? I didn't see the reference. Thanks, hippie chick. So y'all, if you're not subbed, subscribe. Been losing subscribers. And I know they get removed from time to time. So hit the sub, hit the like, do all the things. Donate to all the donates if you can. Keeping this thing going. Could definitely use to continue doing this work. But I'll do it anyway. But I could use the help. So with that, I wish you all a fond farewell. I'll see you on the next one. And yeah. It was really great to see y'all. Thanks, Pearl. It's very, very kind. Yeah, I really like being out here. I like being back. I want to remain, and I will. So with that, signing off. Love to all of you. Be good. F Sciento forever. Until the last orc falls.